Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Benefactor at Chaotic Neutral Games. I'm Simon, your DM for tonight, as we join Kate, Felicia, Nick, and Corinne with their adventures in Ilaria. Don't forget that you can help or indeed hinder by using your channel points in the game, and check out the options in the chat bar. You can also join the chaos by clicking the Discord link below, or vote towards the session twist by becoming a subscriber. So let's rejoin the players as they play episode 76 of the Benefactor. And welcome back, everybody. And how are you all after this very eventful week?
All right.
You know, decent. I've drawn Glory's face like 17 times today, so...
Yeah. I saw a post.
I've been
I saw a post online today where they
so I
said,
haven't
how
paid
about we
attention.
call it Christmas and have this year over and done with? And I was like, that's stupid. You're just going to fuck up another year.
Well, so that means we go into 2021 just as fucked. Now,
Yeah, exactly.
we got to ride this wave. It's going to suck, but you know what? We'll make it through.
It's a time that tests us all, and we find out a bit more about who we are and who our friends are. So, yeah, I'm up for it.
Like the thing that Simon has on his face is his new friend.
This is a project.
All I'm going to say
I'm
is
not allowed
He's
pets.
turning
in the
into an
flat,
evil
you see,
dictator.
So, yeah, I'm not allowed pets in the flat, so I just sit here and stroke my beard instead.
Yeah, me and Simon, we had a moment. I was stupidly looking at cats at the local shelter, and I sent him one of the cats.
I still haven't forgiven you for this. We're not allowed cats. Not only that, but depending on what cat it is, I will have to give up a certain amount of breathing for the cat, right?
Yes.
So she sends me a picture of the cutest, fluffiest black cat. Crystalline blue eyes, this beautiful little thing that's just there like, hi, I'm currently scared and on my own. And I was just there like, why would you send me this? Why would you send me this? And I'm working from home
Simon,
now. It could be asleep on my lap.
Corinne needs a cat. It's that obvious. She needs one to survive.
Yeah.
Mine's
I
on
told
the
her, grow a
sofa
beard, but
asleep
she
at the
won't,
moment
so,
if you want him.
Yeah, I'll take him. I'll take trouble.
Yeah, he's on the sofa at the moment, asleep, curled up in the corner.
Oh, precious bean.
One good and bad thing at the same time, I guess, was Rodrigo outlining to us something that I'm really glad he brought to us, and that is that some of the people in El Salvador are currently suffering from this tropical storm, Amanda, that's taken their homes, flooded their homes, their businesses. And these are people who are already suffering because of COVID, because most of the trade, there's something that I spoke to Rodrigo before, who reminded me about it this week, is that a lot of people are in the food trade. Yeah. So El Salvador, you're either in kind of call centers or you're working in the food industry. So flooding to the point where your crops are screwed, and the other people are kind of in restaurants or packaging food or something like that. COVID means that a lot of them ended up having trouble with having to do their jobs anyway, especially those in restaurants and things. And then on top of that, they're now losing their livelihood completely. And I was there thinking, shit, this is huge. There's a lot of things that require vocalizing and help and awareness at the moment. But I have a feeling with all the different messages that are being thrown out there and a lot of the arguments that's being thrown out there, there's a bunch of Salvadorians kind of going, "Hi, need your help here." So I was really glad that he brought it to my attention because I had no idea, zero idea. And I checked BBC to see, what's going on. They talked about, Tropical Storm Amanda, but they didn't have anything on there about who was suffering, and who was needing help. So tomorrow we are going to be doing something pretty damned crazy, and we're going to be doing a 12-hour RPG marathon. And a lot of it is last minute, but we've managed to whack it all together. We have got 4 DMs. Felicia's already put together the graphics. Thank you again. And we are pretty much set to go as long as we, just switch it on, put the frames on, throw people in. We're good.
Yeah, and I made them different. So if you drop in and you see the difference or the different colors, it means we're playing a different game from the last one you saw.
Yeah, pretty much. We're keeping it simple. There's just one frame for each game. And we'll be using the DM intro frame that we use for this for the bits that I'll be doing in between.
Yeah, and a break.
And our usual kind of break screens and things like that. So we managed to put all that together. But a big thank you to Ed, Sean, Rodrigo himself for joining me in DMing this, because I'm not DMing 12 hours straight. I'm not that guy anymore, guys. I'm not that guy. I've done it once in my life, and afterwards, I swear to God, I had hallucinations. I'm not doing that. So yeah, we are going to be doing, in order, 12 noon, we're going to be enjoying 3 hours. Enjoying 3 hours? Yeah, go on. We'll go with enjoying for 3 hours of the world of Numenera, and the lovely Ed being the GM for that. And you'll know him as JT from our Star Wars game. And he's got a great knowledge of this. And we put together our kind of pre-gens, and really looking forward to entering that world because I've never done so before. We also had a retweet and a like from Monty Cook's game, so the guys who actually made that game. Second game that we will be playing will be Sean playing Honey Heist, and he'll be DMing that. And we've actually played Honey Heist in Chaotic Neutral's community before, but we didn't stream it. This time we'll be streaming it. So that will be from 3 till 6. Then 6 till 9, Rodrigo's up. And we're going to be playing Blades in the Dark. And I played one game of this, and I fell in love with it straight away. This Victorian, I don't know, are you in hell? I'm not sure. There's kind of a meta story to it all, where you're just this one Victorian city in a world of darkness, lit by protected by a wall of light that's powered by demon blood. I love it. So yes, he'll be doing that between 6 and 9. And then in the final manic run to midnight, I will be doing D&D 5th edition Jailbreak. And that's going to be based on the Nation of the Seven Sails, my pirate faction in Illyria. And one of the Seven Sails that I haven't done much with before, the Forsaken, the Vengeful, the Penitent. And so these guys are going to be, not these guys, it's going to be a different group, are going to be playing people who are about to be pulled into the ranks of the Forsaken.
Well, you can't get rid of me and Felicia.
I tried. I've tried all different sprays. I put down bait. It's just not going to happen.
You're never gonna get rid of us, and I'm gonna be in the Blades one too. So I'm gonna sit there for 6 hours RPing.
Yeah.
I picked the first one and the last one.
Yeah, so she can just chill out for 6 hours. For me, it's player, rest, player, DM. Oh, and in between, curator throughout it all. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it's all for a good cause, and
Indeed
thank
it
you
is.
for the Chaotix for doing what they do best, and that is fixing it at last minute.
Yes, that we do.
Fixing it at last minute and making it all work. And so, yeah, we are definitely on brand. Roderick
I
does
don't
not
even
hear
know
the
if I'm
moment.
playing tomorrow yet. I haven't figured any of
Oh,
that
well,
out.
yeah,
This is
you and I need to have a
the first
chat,
time
young
I'm
lady. We
connecting
need
and
to-
going, right, yeah, what the hell's happening tomorrow?
It's
Well,
like,
we'll
what's
find out.
happening?
I'd be up for money
I
heist
saw-
if there's space.
I kept seeing like because I was just like idly browsing internet yesterday most of the day. I didn't do much, but I kept seeing you in my Twitch bar. I'm like, is Kate still streaming? And then when I was like, I went there like at 9 o'clock. I was like, Kate is still streaming.
I'm still- yeah.
Rubble.
Yeah,
I
you did
was
late
thinking
one
I
last
was
night.
just going to get to the
Thank
end of
you, Nick.
the
We
game, and
needed
it
that
took
picture.
9.5 hours of streaming.
It was good game though. Plague's Tale, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
much more intense than I realised it was going to be. Much
Yeah.
like
Some of your reactions were there. They were real, weren't they?
it was
Bloody hell.
horrific.
Also, while we are here in the beginning on announcements and all of that, I am currently taking commissions.
Yes,
actually,
yes.
You should have said that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so if anyone wants me to draw their stuff, Kate, if you could pull up some of my art, because you probably have a lot of glory just laying around.
Okay. I was not
Yeah,
prepared for
right
this.
now.
Hold on.
I will link Felicia's Tumblr in 1 second.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
that's probably a way of
go
doing it,
onto
is
my
make it Tumblr.
Tumblr or Twitter to
Um,
find the commission prices and the email.
It's all in Swedish, so you just run through a converter.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
this-
use a converter. It's to make it easier with taxes for me
Yeah.
that I
It's
put
written
it
in English, but it's
Swedish.
SEK, which is crowns. basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Swedish
think it's
crowns.
about like 50, 60 quid something.
It like I usually say that 100 Swedish crowns is $10 ish. So
Okay.
Oh,
if you go with American dollars, it's about a tenth.
Okay. Either way, the internet will provide. But yes,
Indeed.
we've had the advantage of having a stream artist for a long time. My background here is one of Felicia.
You had it out to the side so people can see. There you go.
There we go. In fact, where is it? Not there. There. That's a signature there. So yeah, we've benefited from it for a while, and I've actually commissioned Felicia a couple of times myself as well, aside from the stream.
Someone give
for,
me a link in the
projects.
Discord so I can actually show something, please. Go.
Yeah, the Tumblr's in the Discord there.
Yeah, I got it.
Rather than putting about Kate, because we're going to go into it now anyway, they can just
Yeah.
check out the Discord.
Yeah, I
Fine. Yeah. Just go. Well, they
Yeah.
need to. Yeah. You need to put,
Rather than
put
last
it then,
minute saying, Kate, put up pictures now.
Put it in the Discord
I'm
that other
sorry.
people can actually read. Then put it in the general. So.
Yeah, we'll put it in
Oh,
Discord.
yeah.
tonight,
But yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Right.
And
Anyway,
put the link in the
so
chat. That's the joy of chat.
yeah, Corinne did that. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
there you go.
already-
There
you
you
can
go.
go look at all the glory pictures because
Yeah.
there's a lot.
I can.
promise
There's
you.
so Felicia did all the tarot cards. I think you haven't put any tarot cards information on there, but I don't know if you're.
No,
willing-
I currently don't do them because I kind of forgot how I did the tarot cards. It's been a while, okay? They were a one-time thing.
Limited edition.
Yes.
Limited edition. Anyway,
That
we left your
somehow ended up
characters.
on our business cards.
Mhm.
I'm still, yeah.
We left your characters on a ship that is leaning at 26 degrees because it currently has 5 large calcified anchors that have bonded themselves to your ship. And you now have 5 giant sharks that are trying to pull the ship over. Once they do, the ship will capsize. So yes, you'll be underwater, and so will all of your crew. Your crew are currently fighting off the Sahurgan. Whilst they are on land, well, on the ship, they have the upper hand. If the ship capsizes, the story's going to change.
We also have a blender.
Yes, you've set up some things. So at the moment, Nick is providing the Holy Blender.
I threw a lot of acid, and I am pissed at a bitch who nullified it.
Yep.
Counter spell.
At your level now, you
Holy
get
Blender
counterspell.
goes where.
So
I
yes,
will figure out a way around that. There
Mhm.
has to be one.
Yeah.
Well, you did. You quickened and.
Yes, and I threw it again because.
But she's burning spell
Oh
slots.
no.
And the other caster is a counter caster. Her
What?
job is just to counter spell.
Well,
Yeah.
she's used,
And
I think,
stop
3 level 3 spell slots at this point. So.
No, I threw 2 level 5 spell slots.
No, not you. The other caster.
The other caster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, if she's there to counter spell, she is burning her spell slots too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I meant she's done it 3 times, and normally you only get 3 level 3 spell, but she might have higher ones. We don't know.
Stop guessing. Just play the game. Right. So anyway, so we are now at the point where the large Sahuagin brutes, 4 arms. These guys are the ones that threw the anchors onto the ship in the first place. They are now coursing through the water and jumping onto the ship. Now the problem is they have to get past you, Nick.
That they do. They have to get through the blender.
Yes. So unfortunately, their arcane protection hasn't figured out a way to dispel you yet. So
Unfortunately.
they are going to suffer. So what's your DC and what save do they have to make?
It helps if I take myself off
Hello,
mute.
Minion.
It is a wisdom saving throw, DC 18. I shall presently roll my damage as it's at 5th level.
Okay. Pass. Fail. So that's it of the 3, because you guys have been taking these brutes out. So you've got pass, fail.
Okay, it's 23 radiant damage, halved for those that succeed, I think.
Yep, that's it. And the third one gets the full whack. Ouch. So yeah, you can see that blood starts churning in the water as these huge brutes, who have a form of control water themselves, lift themselves up on a small column of water to launch themselves on the ship, and launch themselves onto the ship. They do. Now, as I understand it, we have Nick in the water, well, Farewell in the water. We have Kate on the deck of the ship.
Cora
on the deck of the ship, trying to blast the anchors off. We've got Eclipse, who is hidden behind a bollard.
Yeah, with like 30, I think I got.
No, nothing could see you. And then we have Glory, who stood on the deck of the ship as well, throwing various bits. So these guys are actually going to attack Glory and Cora. I just need to know where the third one's going. Okay. The third one is actually going to make a beeline for your Tiefling Navigator, the co-navigator, and going to try to take him out. So, Glory, I'm going to start with you. The huge brute runs up to you and is going to slash at you with... Oh my God. He's going to slash at you he's going to try to bite at you because big shark-like teeth. But he gestures in the air and this cruel, calcified-looking trident appears in his hands. So, first of all, for the bite attack, that's a 23 to hit for 9 points of piercing damage as he sinks his teeth into you.
Right.
You can take it.
Yeah.
And then he brings this trident down, two-handed strike, trying to stab you to the floor and pin you to the floor. So the first is a 12, which I think misses.
Yep.
And the second is a 14.
That is a miss.
That's a miss as well. Okay, so yeah, after he manages to take a
my
chunk
AC. It is great.
Yep.
Yeah, because you had not great AC.
No.
I'm a sorcerer.
Sorcerer, yeah. But yeah, his even the second hit which lashes down on you, skitters off some of the black dragon scales that make up part of your skin, because we haven't mentioned those before, and glance off, and you suddenly your hand instinctively rubs your hand over the scales, almost thanking them, I guess, as they hit. Over to Cora. The bite comes in at an 8, so he's trying to bend down, and you're just too small. And as he like that, you just duck a little bit more, and he can't reach you. It's like trying to touch his toes with his head, and he can't do it. And with a hiss of frustration, the trident appears in his hand, and does a 17 hit?
Did you say there was something? I'm at 16, but I had a feeling you said something about an extra 2 for some reason, and I can't remember why. So normally no, unless something.
That was during the joust.
During the joust, yeah. Fine. Okay. So yes, a 17 definitely hits.
Okay. So this cruel trident pierces your shoulder. Take 11 points of damage. And does a 15 hit?
No, AC is 16.
Okay. Yeah, AC is 16. So yeah, this time the second stab with the trident goes for your gut. Thankfully, you have got some armor there, and there's a dull blow. It kind of knocks your wind out for a second, but you don't get any damage. So that's the 2 brutes there. The third brute, I say, is going to go for your navigator. And oh dear.
Doesn't sound good.
The navigator, you can see, is covered in blood and screaming. He pulls out a knife, quite a nasty looking, like a kukri knife, and goes to chop at the beast's head, but he's struggling. He's out of his league.
I shall help.
Don't worry, I can fix that.
Next up is Kate.
Okay, so there's a bunch who've jumped onto the deck, but there's still things in the water and stuff, right?
Yeah. So to give you the full layout, there are minor Sahuagin fighting the crew in lots of different places, but they are currently engaged. They are background noise. The ones you need to worry about is that there are 3 Sahuagin brutes. These are 4-armed Machamp type guys who have jumped onto the ship, and one is trying to kill you, one's trying to kill Glory, and one's trying to kill your co-navigator. And in the water, you saw momentarily 5 giant sharks that are now diving. They have harnesses on them attached to these anchors, and they are trying to capsize the boat. Then in the water as well, you are aware that there is a counter mage and a healer.
Yeah.
That's
I saw Eclipse jump up onto the side of the deck, looking like she wanted to get into the water.
Yes.
And after chipping a barnacle off the big hooks, I remembered that I actually was gifted something. I feel like, not meta, that I heard my patron go, I gave you a gift for a reason, and remind me that I can call on things. And so I would like to, if the DM will let me, to use conjure animals to conjure what in D&D would be a plesiosaurus. One, because I think they're awesome. I used to have a plastic one, and that was my Nessie, and it was very cool. And also because it's big and cool. But a Fey, esque, non-actual dinosaur one with cool riffles and purple colorings and God knows what. Something very Avatar-like.
I think, because you're casting as a 5th level, because it's a warlock spell, you get 2.
I know, yeah. I'm planning, if I'm allowed, to conjure 2. One to assist you and one to assist Farewell if he needs it. But yeah, to basically dive down and try and get rid of those sharks or destroy the chains or whatever it may be.
Sure.
So what am I allowed to do, Mr. DM?
Yep. So you start thinking of them as fantastical creatures you can think of, and you draw your mind back into the Feywild and some of the fantastic things that you've seen there. Even though you remember most of what you have done in the Feywild, because for you, dreaming has now taken on a different form. You're racking your brains, going, "Come on!" And just in the heat of the moment, to think of something. I would like to propose a role. Well, I'd like you to propose a role that you think would represent this.
That would represent what? Sorry. That would represent me trying to think
you
about what I've seen?
either remembering or imagining. Either will be applicable because of the nature of the family.
Okay. Do they refer to different roles?
You choose the role.
Yeah, but what would be imagining in a D&D sense?
Imagining would be maybe performance.
Okay.
It would be, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it would be more of a charisma role, whereas remembering would probably be more of an intelligence role.
Yeah. I'm not intelligent, but performance has a +6, so I'm going for that.
Do it.
I bounced off a natural 20 onto a 2.
2.
Oh, dear.
6, 7,
did-
8.
Weren't you given a?
I have a finesse point.
You have a finesse point.
I didn't use it, did I?
Nope.
No.
I haven't taken it away, so I will take it away.
Yep, I've got it. I've got it here on the history that it
Finesse.
was given to you by Mr. Evil.
Try again. Okay, that's better. It's an 11 +6, so 17 that time.
17, absolutely. You remember sat by a lake with an expectant look on in Nola's face, having a beautiful meal sat on the grass. And when the first of these long, slender necks broke the surface of the water, beautiful, elegant, eldritch, like some kind of giant swan, your reaction was something that Nola was waiting for all day. And, 2 plesiosaurs suddenly pop into your head. I'm going to add them to the combat tracker. They are coming up at the I was going to say at the end of the turn, but I will allow them to go now. So a plesiosaur has armor class of 13, 68 hit points. They've got a swim of 40 feet. Biggest thing about them is that they do have a pretty decent bite, but they only attack once. But you do have 2 of them. What is your command? You can give them a command when you summon them. You're muted for some reason.
Kill.
I have to roll initiative for them.
No, it's okay. I'm going to put them on
You've
your
done it?
initiative.
Fine, okay. The command... I don't know if I can give a different command to each of them, essentially, but...
Yep, you can.
One to assist my friends. In a way, both of them are assisting my friends. But one is specifically to assist if Eclipse or Farewell need a ride, essentially. Because they might be able to swim faster, although 40 feet and 30 feet, probably really not much difference. But
it's half movement for
you,
anyone that is not Farewell. Yeah.
Yeah. Farewell might not need too much of assistance, but you might if you're wanting to come into the water. Although you can't breathe underwater.
Blood,
So.
bitches.
But one of them, because I kind of saw a glimpse, and I've obviously seen these hooks, and I know I can't do anything about them on the ship. I will get one of them to try and dive down and stop what is happening. Stop them turning the ship or dragging it under, whatever they are.
Okay,
trying
to attack the
accomplish.
shark. Yeah,
attack the
shark.
shark. Stop the pull. Yeah, stop this.
Sure. Okay.
Whether it's
Sure.
breaking the chain, whether
Would
it's
you like to be
attacking
the
sharks.
one who rolls for their attacks?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's fun.
Okay. Please write down that they have a +6 to hit.
Oh, I've got it pulled up.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So
Okay. I'll look after their hit points, but
yeah, I've got that +6 to hit.
you do the attacks. Right. So they are summoned. Do they attack on their turn? I guess because I put them on your initiative. They do because it's their initiative now.
Yeah.
So.
I guess they go after. Well.
Oh, that's cruel, Miss Eden.
I also want to move. Well, actually, I'm in melee with these.
You're in melee with one of the brutes. Yeah.
No, fine. I will stay for now. I will stay there for now. Yeah, and so I will, for them, yeah. One's got to swim down. I don't know. They obviously aren't appearing exactly where they need to be, so they're swimming to wherever they need to be. And
yeah. So the first one will have to spend their turn dashing down to the shark. But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So that one's dashing, and the other one's waiting on a clips if she looks like she's trying to jump in.
Well, you
can
have
jump
him
on its back anyway.
Yeah, but not if
you
it's
wanted to
dived down.
Well, no, it's sat there. But if you want, my point is, you can make the second one attack whilst it's waiting for Eclipse.
Yeah, so can attack the chains, for example.
Within reach, then yes, absolutely attack.
Yeah, it has a reach of 10 foot because of its neck. So so the reach at the moment, it can reach any of the brutes.
Oh, the guys on the ship. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it can currently reach the brutes and the anchor.
I don't think it's going to hit. It only rolled as 11.
And that's on a brute, yeah?
Yeah, I think it. If I realise that its head is right here, I'm going to try and get it to attack the brute right in front of me. Absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately that misses. Yeah, unfortunately that misses, yeah. Okay, so that was your turn. The plesiosaurs are now in play. So the next up is the sharks, as they're all going to do their checks.
The conjure animals, does it take one of my spells, or is it a special thing that doesn't?
No, it's once per day you can cast conjure animals.
Excellent.
And once it's gone, it's gone.
Yep.
And it recharges. Oh shit! It recharges on a long rest. In other words, when you visit the Feywild. Right, let's grab those.
So this sounds bad.
The first one gets a natural 20 on its tug roll.
Oh dear.
Okay, you feel a lurch as the ship goes even further over. You are guessing that it's somewhere in the region of about 32 degrees now.
Oh dear.
Second. Yep. 36 degrees. Nothing.
Fuck you.
Nothing.
Fuck you.
38 degrees. This thing goes. There's this huge creaking as you can just feel the boat starting to list. 38 degrees out of 90.
Oh dear.
On the floor. Okay.
Let's kill them a little faster, please.
I mean, we can't reach the sharks. That's the problem.
I'm working on it, but I'm only one green boy and I can only swim so fast.
Speaking of which, Nick, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm not in melee with anything. I'm just sort of... I imagine the way that I saw this was I was swimming towards them. They were swimming past me. They wanted to be on the boat, so they missed me, but then had to go through the blender, in effect.
Yes, they were very specifically kind of water levitating on little columns to launch them onto the ship. So they went over the top of you. They had no idea you were there. Up until the point where spiritual Genasi jumped out of the water and started slashing at them. But by that time, they were already launching.
Right, so I'd like to... How far ahead of me are the sharks?
Let's see. The sharks ahead of you. They are. How far into the water did you jump from the ship?
I would have used my full movement, so I've got a 30 feet swim speed.
Sure. And so if it was 30 foot because you jumped straight off the edge, they're about 60 foot away now.
How long is that chain?
Oh, it's a bloody long chain. Actually, sorry, no, 50. 50. It's 80 foot chain.
Okay. And how far away is the one that healed everybody?
Perception check as a free action.
Okie dokie.
Also, the fucking spell bitch.
19.
19. Sure. She's a little further off. She's about 70 foot away.
Shit, I can't get to anybody to do anything. Right, in that case, double dash. So I'll move 60 feet.
So,
Sure.
to be fair, you have your spell casting there quite long range.
Oh, yeah, it's 30 feet, isn't it? What am I saying? Yeah, but she's... Yeah, but what I want to do, she's 90 feet away from me, what you said, yeah?
The closest one that you can see, and you can see the bubble that she cast, because there's this ephemeral bubble that's around the sharks.
If counterspell is only 60 foot.
Usually.
Unless she takes the extended range meta magic, of course.
Indeed.
But I'm not after the counterspell one.
Or if Simon built something specifically for this encounter. So, yes.
I'm after the cleric.
Arrow counter mage is mine.
Yeah, I'm after the cleric, though.
Yeah, you're after the cleric. Yeah, she's a little further off, I'm afraid. She's about 70 foot away. And you see that she has got she's got a glowing object. She was closer, but when the assault started, she moved back. She's got a strange glowing object that you can't make out what it is at this distance.
Okay, because of the radius that I have on my Spirit Guardians, I will spend my action to dash.
Sure.
So that puts me 10 foot in front. They're still in range. So that means they get blended next go, at least.
Okay.
One or two of them.
Who gets blended?
Is it possible for me to... Because I imagine in order to make sure that they pull the boat over, they've all got to move in the same direction.
Yeah, so all the sharks are 5 foot from each other. There's a 5
Okay,
foot
I want to
space
position
between.
myself, if at all possible, that I can get either all 3 of them or at least 2 of them in the radius of my.
Well, you're
blender.
15 foot in every direction, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. If you basically swim to the top of one of the sharks, you'll get that shark and its 2 neighbors.
Cool. I do that then. So
Yep,
I'm
cool.
going to
Yep, sure.
start blending.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then
that happened on their turn. Yep.
yeah, the start of their next turn, and then
Blend.
on the cleric, I will cast my spiritual weapon. So a long trident will appear next to her, and I will cast that. Because is it concentration? I don't think it is. I think it's
No.
cast and it stays.
Yeah.
I will cast that at 4th level.
Sure.
So
Roll for damage. Oh no, you roll to hit, don't you? So,
I
yeah.
rolled to hit.
Yeah.
23.
Yes.
Yes, that was it. Funnily enough,
I thought
it.
that I thought that might hit.
The mostly naked priestess.
We're
We're going to
wow.
be. We're
2 7s, 2 8s, so plus 5, so that's 14, 18, 22, 24. Oh no, let me do that again. That's going wrong.
Yes, it's
I cannot
2d8s.
maths.
Well, it's,
No,
it's 30 on the dice. 2 8s are
No,
16.
because if you cast it at a level 3rd or higher, it's an extra 1d. 2nd or higher, 3rd or higher, it's an extra 1d8. So at 4th level, it should be at least.
You just
No,
said
it was
2
only,
7s,
I
2
think-
8s.
It's
So
every
that's 30.
2nd level might be good to double
Well,
check.
let me read it. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 spell slots. Yeah, well remembered, Corinne. So that's just 20 then. A 7 and an 8. I'll take the first 2 dice that I rolled.
Sure.
Plus
Okay.
5, that's 20. Well, remember.
Yeah,
That's
I've played a cleric for a long while, so that's why. But I don't want to be too active. Oh no. But
It's one of those spell books.
um,
Right. So, what weapon are you using?
At the moment, in Farewell's hands,
No, spiritual weapon.
spiritual weapon is a trident.
Trident,
He hasn't
sure.
got any weapons in his hands at the moment because he's swimming. And
There
so-
are 3 nasty puncture
Just keep
wounds in
swimming,
this
just keep
priestess, and as she's there in the water, still holding this glowing object that seems to be glowing. Now that you're closer, it's kind of an aquamarine light. There's these 3 ribbons of blood just coming out of her body, and you can see that she's kind of looking daggers at you. Anything else?
No, that's me. It's movement, action, and bonus action. Huzzah.
Sure. So next up, what's she gonna do? Yeah, she's gonna do that. So what's what does she have left? She's got. Yeah. She's gonna do that, I think. So at 4th level, she's going to cast a spell magic on you, Nick. So each spell of 4th level or lower on you suddenly ends.
Okay, so my spiritual weapon fades, but my spirit guardians stay up.
Okay. So what level was your spirit guardians?
5th.
I think. Unless the spell is altered, it's the spell magic only spells 1 effect.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I'll let the DM do what he needs to do.
Yes,
And just tell me what the
that's what I
effect
said.
is.
Unless the spell is altered, but
Well, I will read it canon, because that's fun. Choose any.
Read it raw.
Choose any creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check. On a successful check, the spell ends. So, dispel magic dispels all magic on said target.
Well, in that case, you'll have to roll for my spiritual weapon and my.
Well, she cast it at 4th.
So in that case,
yeah.
Cool.
So the spiritual weapons goes, and she has to roll a DC 15 on her Arcana. So let's. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Okay.
Your spiritual guardians.
That's all right. She's had to blow a big spell to do that, so that's fine.
Yes, she did. Yeah. She could see how you were pretty much taking the battle to town, and yeah, she blew a big one. And I'm going to double check that on a second source. So let me just read that. Yeah, they are identical. Looks like they typed it verbatim in both of these. For each spell of blah, yeah. Okay, so yes. Sorry, it's what she does.
It happens.
Which hopefully should have painted a target on her now, because you guys are going to lose spell slots like crazy if you don't do something like that.
That was the cleric or the other magic user.
That was
did
the
that.
That was the counter mage, so that's the one you didn't attack.
Ah, cool.
Okay.
But,
Who is
but
actually
it's a good
quite a
idea
bit
to take
close.
the healer first.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I gave you a healer and a counter mage. Just like, I want them both dead.
Yeah, but if you take the healer first, you're not fighting the healer to kill the other guys. So
Exactly. Eclipse. Currently, what you can see is the 3 brutes and a bunch of assorted.
well, we have a navigator to save, so I'm gonna come out of hiding and sneak attack that guy.
Probably a good idea. Go for it.
So 18 plus 10, 28.
That hits.
Are you sure?
The bare-chested, loincloth-wearing brute. Yes. Actually, he's got an AC of 16, so the muscles count for something. Swole armor.
Are you sure? Are you sure it hits?
For fuck's sake, why can't I find a good picture? Plus Monster Hunter. Plus
What are you trying to find, Felicia?
Lagiacrus!
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Where's my D4? There.
I have been spamming our chat with fantasy-looking sea creatures because I got distracted.
I see.
Ooh,
No, Simon, that is not for
very
you
good.
to use to torture us with.
That's
You're
a
right.
very good roll. Very good. Good.
Yes.
10 plus
I love the terrain
6.
challenge on this. It's great.
35 points of magical.
Yeah, so the brute is bearing down his large shark-like head, opening up rows of teeth, about to sink down onto this tiefling's head, and then suddenly he convulses and his chest explodes. This blade comes through his chest and sticks in the wall of this of the ship. The navigator screams, still trying to get his blade into the brute. He manages to get the blade in the neck, but realizes how futile it is as you suddenly pull back and your blade goes into the body again and back out the other side. You impaled him. Dead.
Cool. Is there possible for me to hide on the plesiosaur? Can I jump on it and hide on its back?
No. Is the answer to that. There is nowhere to hide on a plesiosaur. But I love the fact
behind
that
the
you
spine!
And like hide under a flap
No,
of skin.
I meant because all the other, like most of the other things, like the shark and stuff are underneath. If I hide on top of it.
Well, generally at the moment, those beneath the water
How are
can't
you going
see.
to cling onto it anyway? You're just going to be like...
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just from my diving experiences, those under the water
Don't
when
see
this is going on,
shit.
they can't see shit from up above the water, and vice versa. You can probably see about 5 foot into the water, and they can see just a rippling kaleidoscope of whatever the fuck's going on above the water. It's only certain specialized units that can look above. And so, yeah, in this case, no. You can't hide, but I'm telling you, those in the water can't currently see you until you come.
Right. Well, really no point. So I'll stay up here for now, and I will do a hide on the boat until I'm forcibly taken in the water by the sharks.
Okay.
So, Satan. It's not a great time check. I only rolled 21.
A what?
I was like, it's not a great high check. I only got 21.
Well, I said that you don't make a high check. If
No,
you're
I-
back up,
No, I'm not going back in the plessy or so. I said.
oh,
I
you're
said
just hiding. Oh,
I'm just
okay,
hiding.
right, sure. What
But
did
it
you
was
say
not a great hide check as it was only 21.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, okay. So yes, you have managed to duck away again in the chaos. And so next up is Glory.
I have a guy biting me.
Yeah.
I will ask my shadowy little friend to use his special ability to get the thing away from me.
Okay. Fear check.
Yeah.
Ooh, 19 on the dice.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say he saves. Yeah, any day
Well.
with that.
Well.
Yeah.
Is that an
The
action or what?
burning purple eyes from this was the familiar's action. The burning purple eyes from the familiar this Sahurgan brute has seen much worse, and it is just ignoring him. It doesn't care. Some glowing lights.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just murder it. Murder.
So what are you doing?
Murder.
Murder is usually a very good idea. Now, how to murder him is the next question.
I got to say you don't hide on a plesiosaur today. I think that's a DM achievement.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So, is this guy hurt already, or is he?
Yeah. There's some nasty, weird, glowing rift-like marks on his body.
Okay.
Soul scars, if you know them as.
Fair enough. Oh well, I'll use the old glory trick of summoning a chromatic orb in my hand and pushing it into his face.
Okay. That will be at disadvantage.
Will it? Yeah, because he's holding me, right?
He's engaged. Yeah. Firing a ranged spell in engaged is.
I still don't get how that works when you're literally.
Well, the one I hate more is if someone's prone in front of you. I get it if they're prone at a distance, but if they're prone at your feet, it's still disadvantage to hit them. It's like, it is literally easier than shooting fish in a barrel.
Oh well. Considering my... Okay,
I think
that
it's
is
a tie
a
over
19
from the
to
point
hit.
blank shot days.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah. And also the fact that if they're close enough, they should be able to knock your hand or stop the cast or whatever. Sorry, what was that, Felicia?
19 to hit.
Still hits.
Okay, good. Thank you. Spell attack plus 10.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
Okay, let's see here. That is 3 d8. See, I brought out all the d8s for a reason.
I'm assuming acid.
Yeah. That is what I do. Okay, that is 2 decent and 1 bad die.
Bad dice.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on a d8. That's a bad die.
Bad dice.
Luckily, I add my charisma modifier, so it's 10, 17, 18 damage.
18 damage, yeah. Even though he tries to swat your hand away, you slam the orb into his chest. The acid just splashes all over the place because you're the conjurer. You don't get any damage from it, he just watches as the flesh just starts to turn a really strange, pale, deathly white. This is the same color as flesh when you've taken a plaster off, when you've had the plaster on for too long. You know that? Yeah, it's that. It's manky. It's awful looking. The smell smells of victory to you, but to anybody else, it's disgusting. So yeah, he's not dead, but he's very close to it. You can see that the feral attack that he has is out of blood frenzy, so he will keep attacking, but his constitution is very, very low. Lowercase.
Okay. Sure. Let's do it again then.
Okay, that's quicken. Okay, so you're going to use the home quicken rules. Go for it.
Oh, it just had to be disadvantage.
Did you miss?
No, I rolled a nat 20 and a 10.
Yep, that's the problem with disadvantage. You get to see the one.
So I get a dirty 20 instead of a nat 20.
Okay, still hits though.
That is plus 5, 20 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I will stare him in the eyes take out my hand and literally push the ball into his face.
Sure.
It
Yeah, you
annoyed
guys
me.
hear this this strange sinuous scream as you turn around just on instinct. So do most of the other combatants on the ship. As you watch Glory just with her face on the shark head, and there's acid just dribbling from between her fingers as this giant of a creature, as a fucking Machamp creature, is just flailing about as she just calmly pressing this thing. And his face is just weeping with the stuff that is turning his flesh from this kind of gunmetal color, this kind of dull gunmetal color, to this bleached white color. She's kind of tartaring him as she kills him, and this giant beast just goes boom, boom, onto the deck, and it's seen by everyone. Next up is
Tore my dress.
Hmm?
He tore my dress.
Yes, he would have, yeah, with the bite, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously.
The second brute that is fighting you, Cora, suddenly starts to glow with the strange rippling light that you can imagine being the light of being underwater. And you watch as all of his wounds.
Ah,
Sure.
interesting.
I have a thought. I can't wait till my turn.
There we
Oh
go.
no, are they like those Gemini things?
No, they've got the healer still.
No, that was...
Underwater.
Yeah,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
Healer, the healer just popped a bigger spell on the brute.
Ah.
One. She's trying to buy time, basically. That's the tactic. This is a siege group. They have a tactic. So that was actually her turn, not his. Now it's his turn, and
Sure.
he's just going to lay it down on Cora. Cora, you got hit last time, and he's tasted your blood, so his blood frenzy kicks off, and he has all these rolls with advantage.
Okay,
So
sure, go for it.
25 to hit,
Yeah.
8 points of piercing damage as he tears out another chunk out of your shoulder.
Youch. Cool.
And
I can fix that.
he raises the... Oh, ouch, sorry.
Gonna say, Kate, remember you have a thing as a Thaylok that you can, when you get hit, you can use a reaction to teleport away and
Yep.
be invisible next to the
I
next.
can. I'm gonna see. Unless I'm really bad, I'm not gonna use that yet because I've got an idea I want to try, and I'm hoping. I don't know. I can't remember. Like,
Okay.
all the
Do what
rules
you
and
Uh,
everything.
So
Yeah,
you're not
I'm
teleporting
staying for
away?
now, but-
Do
but
what you
I-
want to do and what is what the character would do, not to what everyone tells you to do.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
telling her
I
to
do.
use it. I'm just reminding her because I've
Yeah.
never seen her use it.
I used it. I think in the siege once. Yeah,
Hmm?
the Misty Step thing.
Yeah.
But a good point. I do forget what I have.
Okay, Kate, so you're not teleporting away.
No, I'm all right. I mean, I'm still.
Okay, the
pretty
next one is a
healthy.
natural 20 for a crit.
Sure, go for it.
And that's 12 points of damage as it brings the trident down, and even at hitting the armor, it breaks part of the armor and starts to bite deep into your body. He pulls it out with this sickening schlupt and this spray of blood coming from your body, and he's going to try to ram it down a third time. Are you teleporting?
No.
No? Okay. So a 26 to hit.
Come on!
Yeah.
Tank! Tank!
And 15 points of piercing damage as once again you feel the sickening feeling of these three cruel, calcified, barnacle covered. They don't slip in, these blades. When they pull in, it makes ragged wounds.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
could feel
nice.
these three nasty prongs in your body, and I would like you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh god. Okay. Oh shit. Am I now gonna be grappled? This might. Oh. Saving throw. Yeah. Okay. 7.
Okay. You are prone and grappled. He
Damn. Does that mean
pins
I
you
can't do
to the
anything?
deck.
Does that mean I can't
No,
do
it
anything?
means you can't move.
Can't move. That's perfect. That's absolutely fine, actually. Being prone is quite useful for what I'm trying to do, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you are prone and grappled, and by grappled I mean literally he has stabbed you into the deck and pinning
Okay.
you there with the trident. This is an ability that I put onto these things.
And the chat is showing off Kate's all new emotes.
Oh, beautiful!
Thank you for spamming
Yes.
my
Who drew them, by the
yeah.
way, Kate? I tried to find out on your thing, but I didn't say.
Fiverr, Ikin on Fiverr. I will. I'm going to share the details in my just in my info
Cool.
stuff because I think they did.
Yeah, because I saw your icon as well. It's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to explain.
So yeah, that's so. This is part of this build, and
Wonder if I can
the
do what I
mutants
can do.
when they the brutes, sorry, when they succeed on 2 hits with the trident, the second hit, they try to drive you into the floor.
Makes sense.
And yeah, you got to see it. Yay. Because I thought, oh shit, they're going to kill him all before he gets to do it. So yeah, he's got you on the floor. And so that's him. Which brings us to you.
Okay. Can I reach into my bag of holding, pull out the portable hole, put it underneath his feet, and have him fall into it, please?
Yes, technically speaking.
Yes, this is what I want. Let him fall into the void, into a sense of pocket dimension to suffer.
Well, he falls 10 foot into the hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
how tall is he?
Well, not that tall.
Well,
He's not 10 feet
not 10
tall.
foot, but not far off.
Okay.
he's about 8 foot.
Well, I mean, what I'm intending to do is to slide it under his feet, have him fall into it, and put it away again. That's what I
Okay.
want to do. Is put the hole away.
Sure. You know me. Rule of cool.
You do
I will
whatever
definitely. You've got to roll, but I'll let you do it.
Okay.
So.
Is it sleight of hand or acrobatics, maybe?
Sleight of hand is the first one because she has to slip this
Come
under
on.
him. Sleight of hand has part of the trickster element to it as well. So
Oh, I'm rolling like shit, man. Okay.
No.
Well, that's only a 10.
that's only a 10.
It's only
Okay.
a 10.
It's a contested check. His acrobatics check. So you never know. He might shit the bed. Let's see. Acrobatics for him.
Come on, nat one, nat
Is it
one,
plus
nat
2?
one, nat one, nat one, nat one,
What's that
nat
mean?
one, nat one, nat
Not
one.
one.
What did you
I
get?
rolled a 4. Total 6. Completely not expecting you to do it. So the way that you probably would have had to do it, because you can't slip it under his foot, is to put the hole, slap it on the floor like an inch away from his foot, so that he kind of goes, "Oh, what's that?" and then falls into it, which is exactly what he does. He's suddenly on the edge of a precipice and has no idea, why it's there. So he's going to fall in, which means he gets a d6 of damage. So he takes 4 points of damage just from the fall
Sure.
as he goes in there, because we got to remember these things. 10 foot fall is a d6 damage. And so now, because you're doing a lot in the same turn,
Yeah,
you're
I don't know
effectively
if I
trying
can
to
pull it
bonus
away again. I'm sure it's an
pull it
action.
away, yeah?
Yeah.
So
that's
again,
fair
this
enough.
is a second roll. This time, this roll is on you. Okay. I'm gonna say.
Come on,
'cause
Cora.
you had to put your hand in the bag, pull something out the bag,
Yeah.
use it.
I mean,
This
I'm
is-
fine with it staying
You're effectively
there until
doing
my
a
next
third
turn.
thing
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this round.
I'm fine with not doing this because that seems like too much.
So you're still pinned, by the way, by the trident because the trident's
Yeah.
still in you.
I was gonna say, 'cause
But
he
he's
wouldn't-
not holding it anymore.
wouldn't be able
so
to hold
it's
it.
just an action to get out. I'm gonna go with. Yeah. I want a DC 15 because it's the third action.
Am I using the same dice?
Kind of the third thing you're
Use
doing.
my more watery dice. Let's see.
I want a DC 15 dexterity check without proficiency. You've never done this before. Okay, so it's a
Come
dex
on,
check.
Kate.
DC 15.
Nat 20.
No
It's time for your
proficiency.
nat 20.
I know.
It's time for your nat 20.
That's not a natural 20. So it's a dex check. With no
Dex
proficiency.
check.
My dex is
No
just a +2. I only rolled an 8, so I've got a 10 again.
You're there pulling at the edges of the hole to get it to disengage, and it doesn't happen in the 6 seconds that you are allotted.
That's
You can do it just
fine.
if he doesn't get out next turn, you can just do it as an action. No
Sure.
roll required.
Right.
This was just to try to get everything done because it was a very complex round.
I know. I thought that was a bit too much to ask for one
taking-
action, but
Yeah, because normally drawing a weapon, and it's kind of a weapon, is an action.
Yeah.
Then using it as an action.
That's
So
fine.
Drawing a weapon is one of the you can draw a weapon as a free action.
yeah,
you
but
can
like
only
putting
draw
something
one weapon
down,
as
picking
free
it up
action.
This is a
again
complicated one,
basically
because you
two actions. That's
because you have to put your
fine.
hand
I
in a
didn't
bag of
expect to be able
holding,
to do
think
it.
of what you want, pull it out, throw it down, so Hoogan falls in. So that's
Yeah.
technically an attack. And yeah, there's a lot going on, which is why I stand by
We take what we've gotten. We
That-
take what we've
Yeah.
What I was expecting, Simon. Don't apologize. I was just telling you what the plan is, and then
Yeah.
you can decide how much I can do.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Um,
explaining as well for the viewers because, sometimes explaining the DM thought process helps other people DM. So
Yeah,
that-
sure.
that's the-
I have movement, but I'm grappled still in a sense, and I don't think I want to. I don't want to get up anyway because I'm waiting to put away this thing. So
Yeah, you're pinned.
for my turn,
so
I'm
you've
kind of
lost your
done. I'm
movement.
just waiting for the chance to rip this thing back up again, basically.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. But really imaginative way of messing with this guy.
I was like searching. I'm always like, what the hell have I got? Like, and I was like, I think
We have
I
a
think it's
lot
in my
of
bag.
shit.
I know.
That
and
is
I,
what
we've
we have.
never used it, and I'm like, I think like that's still just in her bag from just like rage looting it, you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. That's my turn.
That's you.
I have a plesiosaur
Yeah.
now. In fact, I have 2.
Oh, you have 2 plesiosaurs,
I
yes.
do.
Plesiosaur 1 has reached the sharks, which means that...
Well, okay, so
Let's see now
question.
attack.
I know, question, yeah. So the sharks are in a kind of bubble, right?
they are in... Oh, thank you for reminding me. I need to check a rules
Yeah, because
question.
they took damage from Farewell, but I thought they were in a bubble. Because I'm actually wondering where the healer is, because I think I said this one was to I said one of them was to assist, or they're both to assist, and if Farewell is attacking the healer, then I feel like if I was there and seeing what Farewell was doing, I would help him attack the healer, but I don't know how this works regarding, I can't see what's happening, and the creature is taking orders from me somehow, so...
Well,
Congratulations, you provoked me for having to go over there and actually grab the book, because the app isn't going to tell me enough.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
He's off to
Sorry,
get the
everyone.
dungeon master's gun. Now, quick, whilst he's gone.
Quick,
So,
collaborate.
we are now all level 12.
Yep.
Congratulations, everybody. Well
Excellent,
done.
Well done.
Well done.
And make sure everybody equips their
Glory,
+2
Glory
armies.
has the new spell, Destroy Worlds.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
melt worlds. Sorry.
Melt
we've
worlds,
custom it.
yeah.
Kyle has
Custom it.
now gained the universal control all water regardless of size or quantum.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I found the heart of Jordan.
yes.
Oh yeah. You've got that in your chest now. Like you
Yeah.
are the heart.
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Jordan.
You live in the
It is
tadpole
literally
now.
your heart now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, you're good. You may roll your attack for the plesiosaur.
Okay. Now I get a 19. Okay. So Plesiosaur gets 19 plus a 6 to hit, so that is a 25 to
It
hit.
really does hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, and that's 3d6
Wait,
plus
are you
4.
attacking the shark or the healer?
Well, yeah,
It was going for the sharks.
It
That's
was
where it
going
is
for the
currently.
shark. This was the debate I was just about to have.
But
It's
it
fine.
can go for the healer. The healer is within range of its movement.
Yeah, and you said
I mean,
assist, so I
this
think
was-
it would go and help Farewell. But
Up to
that's
you.
up to you.
It's up to Kate, yeah.
I was saying that if I was down there and saw what Farewell was doing, and then I would be assisting him to take down the healer, knowing how good Farewell is at that. So
yeah, sure.
But
I
it's
mean,
weird
the-
because I'm not down there and I can't
The
control
Fey
this.
Spirit, the Fey Spirit kind of is able to gauge
what my
how
kind
you would
of-
think.
Okay,
So,
that's fair
Yeah,
enough. Then, if you're
so
okay
I
with
would
it.
say yes.
Then I want to attack the
Typically,
healer.
whenever we've
absolutely,
done this,
take it down.
I've just said, "What are your creatures doing?" So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay, go for the healer.
So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 piercing damage. It says, wait a minute.
yeah.
It says hit 14, 3d6 plus 4.
14 is if we. So you can either roll for the damage or you can take the average damage. 14 is the average damage, but I always say roll. So
right, yeah. And I just did.
Roll is more
11,
fun.
12, 13,
Yeah.
14, 50.
Uh,
I got 50,
so-
so it's basically.
The plesiosaur goes down to the sharks. The healer is banking on this. Yeah. The trident that was stabbing her got dispelled out of the air, and assessing the situation, she chose to heal the brute, knowing, well, that's attacking that, that's attacking that. I should be fine. I should be fine for one turn, and then I'll give myself a heal. Didn't expect the plesiosaur to change course, and there is no more healer. It's inside the plesiosaur.
Yeah.
Literally.
Good dinosaur!
Good dinosaur.
Well done, little creature.
Yeah.
I imagine Farewell being slightly scared because suddenly this giant maw just eats what is in front of him.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating, it has to be said, because you're seeing this huge thing. I mean, this is a giant fucking dinosaur
Yum.
coming down. It's like a
Never
bit of
happened
fake
before.
of it.
Yeah.
For those
just
of
like-
you who are wondering how I imagine this, look up the Lagiacrus from Monster Hunter. There you go, big
Yeah.
scary thing.
I'll have a look at it in a minute, but I'm sure it's on ball. But yeah, you watch Farewell as this, as I say, this felt-looking shark priestess, shark-headed priestess, is holding this glowing light, this almost like this holy relic in her hands. She watches, kind of focusing on you, but you can see she's kind of focusing at something that's on the surface of the water. She does have the ability to see basically where her movements are. She's there. And you see her glance to the side, and then glance back towards you because she watches all your stuff be dispelled, and then just from the depth, suddenly this neck just goes and curves up underneath her, and just up from underneath, and he watches the light just get snuffed out.
Farewell does that sort of like hands up and just slowly floats backwards. Just like, good prehistoric dinosaur sea creature. Good prehistoric dinosaur sea creature. Don't eat me. Don't,
There's
please.
Plesiosaur 2 doing, Kate. That is still at the surface next to the ship.
Yeah, and there are how many brutes left alive on the boat? Are there any?
The one in your hole, and that's it.
Oh, okay, so there's none more attacking.
Yeah, the only brute is the one in your hole.
Excellent. Then the plesiosaur, despite the fact that it was gonna wait for Eclipse, Cora doesn't really see Eclipse being able to jump in the water and do what she does in water, and so I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna send that plesiosaur down to assist, and again, if it can it would go after the other one. It would go after the counter spell.
Bitch!
Yeah, it would go after the counter spell.
Yeah. I mean, kind of as a free action, you can just scream at it.
Yeah.
In lieu of your move action, say. You can just say get the counter mage, which if you set it to a true plesiosaur, it would just go "Roar," and not. This is powered by a Fey spirit. So when you give it a command, the Fey spirit knows what you're talking about, and dives down
Now,
and starts.
you said that was about 70 feet from Farewell.
Yeah, so it's a dash that gets to it, but then
Yeah,
after that next round they can.
Yeah, an 80-foot dash to.
Yeah. Okay.
on top.
So at the end of this round, there's a fucking huge plesiosaur next to the thing. So yeah, next to the.
Hello.
Yeah. Once again,
Oh,
I've got
I'm
the
a
family nest
plesiosaur.
stuck in my head. I'm going to inflict it all on you all later. So that's you.
I'm a plesiosaur.
So the sharks continue trying to pull this boat over. Nope, that's 3. That's a 9. That's a 3. 6.
Oh, they take first time and they take a bunch of damage.
That's a 3. 3 of them
they
will get
don't.
damage in a minute. Oh no, because it got dispelled.
It got dispelled.
Oh yeah, I got the spelling.
All of the sharks are pulling hard, but they don't manage to get the ship to move any more than it currently moves.
Fuck you.
The highest I rolled was a freaking 9. Which I don't think... Oh no, I do get 1. I get 1. Yep. You're now
Nice, jail.
38 degrees. Nowhere near.
Star Trek stuff going on.
Okay, please go ahead. Oh, they're saying please go ahead. I'm not saying who's next. That is Nick.
Okay.
Spell bitch.
No, I'm going to have to go for the sharks. The immediate danger is the majority, not the minority. I will recast my Spirit Guardians, but this time at 4th.
Okay, she is going to use a counter spell.
That's fine, because if she does it on me, it burns my reaction that allows other people to do stuff that want to cast.
That's how you work with counter spell.
Yep.
So she's lost all of the 3rd level slots. So she's doing this at level 4. She has to.
So pop.
So yeah, just pops.
Pops. That's fine. Understand that.
She ain't got much left.
Yeah,
so
that it was mainly.
she's at level 2 and 1 spells soon. But she did what she was meant to do, which is I'm pleased. I'm pleased that the challenge was there.
That's action. That's an action. That's an action. That's really, really annoying. But everything I've got is actions.
Yeah, I know, right? I was looking at spells like, okay, what is a reaction spell?
I've got one bonus reaction. How far away is the counterspelling bitch from me?
Let's see. You went down as far as the sharks, yeah?
Yeah, I'm about.
Yeah, because you were perched on top of the sharks. She's only about 30 foot away, dude. She's
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll bonus action cast spiritual weapon. I'll recast the trident right next to her.
Yes. She's got nothing. So yeah,
okay.
go for it.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Ooh. Yes. I don't like her.
Ouch. Okay.
She takes. Oh, that's a 6. That's 12 plus 5. So that's 17 points of force damage.
Okay. She would have blown a shield spell, but it still hit with the shield spell. So you actually blew
30.
You blew one of her level 1 spell slots when that happened. And 13, you say, yeah?
No, 17 points of force damage.
Oof. Yeah, so...
20, dude.
She was already used her reaction anyway, so...
Oh, yes, she did. So she couldn't have used it. So she hasn't wasted the spell slot. Thank you. Yeah, and you watch as she flicks her fingers in what you know to be a fairly common prestidigitation to create the shield spell. And as she does that, yeah, well, we'll say that there's a look of realization on her face where she's like, oh, yeah. And the trident just goes slam straight into her. There's a little wisp of blood coming out of her now. Anything else?
Yeah. I don't know if it costs any action or anything to summon Veilbreaker or not, or I can just do it.
Isn't it a free action?
I assume as it's my weapon.
It's a free action. Yeah, it's a free action to summon it.
Yeah. So I will sort of coalesce all of that grey black smoke into my hand, and I will summon Veilbreaker.
Bonus action, according to the card.
Oh, it is a bonus action. Okay, so you can't do it.
In that case, I can't do it.
Yeah, thank you for checking the card. Right.
I have it open for my Shadow Wormling, so I just scrolled up.
Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
Don't forget you have the shield brooch, Farewell, because I know you keep forgetting about that one.
Does it recharge on a long rest? Because I have used it once before. Oh, in
once
that case...
per long rest, you can use the shield
Nick.
spell as a bonus.
Sorry, Nick. I'm kind of have to take that back. When you created the spiritual weapon, it fizzled out the second it was cast.
Oh, so I've lost. So, but
She's in a funny bubble.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the funny bubble of anti-magic.
Yeah.
That's
fair
why
enough.
I keep saying that you should send the dinosaur to kill the bit.
Yeah.
Well, they are made
That's
of magic, so
annoying.
maybe
with
not.
Kate, and it was only when I was taking her stuff out, I was like, oh shit, that's on. Kate's dinosaur can go in there, but you casting it in there, as you did so, it just went and just fizzled.
Okay. That's a shame because it was a nat 20, but shit happens.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Sorry. So that is. So yeah, I'll give that back to her. Ouch. She's turning out to be a bit of a monster. I like it.
Can she still cast in the anti-magic zone?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, she can. Yeah.
Why wouldn't she? It's her zone.
Because anti-magic zone normally doesn't discriminate.
Yeah, but this is a specially made enemy.
Yep. It's what's on the card. What is she going to do? She hasn't got a great deal left.
There's no reason to follow the rules quite that literally when it comes to enemies. That's what makes it more fun because it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's going to do that. So she's going to throw a magic missile at level 2 at you, Farewell.
Okie dokie. Well, it's gonna. It hits regardless.
It hits regardless, yeah. So it's just what damage does get given. She's going for a nice, safe use of her dwindling magic. So what have I got here? Ooh, 3 4s. And a 1. 3 4s, 12, 13 plus 4. Take 17 points of force damage as these rippling, unhampered missiles come towards you and just buffet your body.
Rude.
Very rude.
Right, that is her turn. Unfortunately, she didn't take any damage from it as well because when you went to do the hit, I was like, oh shit, I've got to do a concentration check, and then. No, I don't, because the thing didn't happen. So, yeah. Right. Cool. So, Eclipse, what are you doing? There is currently a brute that's in a hole, and the rest is underwater. So it's either dive in the water, or you yourself can snatch up the hole and give it back to Cora.
Yeah, can I quickly do...
I mean, there's potentially chains to break as well, but we don't know how breakable they are. They're probably pretty damn.
Well, I can't... me doing it is no point, because 1d4... Because I can't sneak attack them, it's 1d4 damage, and it's just nothing.
Can't sneak attack an object.
None of us are as strong for this.
You can melt.
Yeah, acid melt might be...
Yes, but I can't
acid
melt.
and fire.
Yes, you two can. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
Force also works, Cora. Force also works. I think that's useful.
Yeah, I tried it on the anchors, didn't work, did it?
Is snatching the thing up an action, or is it just like a quick bonus action? So you're just gonna go.
I'd say snatching it up, I'll give as a bonus action. I gave it to Kate as a bonus action with all the other stuff that she was doing. I'd say it's a bonus action for you.
Yeah, so I'll just quickly snatch it up then.
Sure. Okay. So you pick it up, and it turns into this strange black cloth that you just kind of fold over. You now have a Sahuagin in a hole.
Yeah, I kind of broke the core.
I'm pinned to the ground by a trident. Any chance you want to pull the trident out of my back as well?
It's like, little help here.
No, she hides behind the trident.
All right then.
I suppose, as you've asked nicely.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, if it's strength, no. Can't just pull it out.
Give me a strength check.
I don't want to do it if it requires a strength check. I will abandon it very quickly if it's very apparent that I need to put any effort into it.
I love this. It's like, no, I'm immersed in the character, walks up to something, help me, I'll help you. Oh, sorry, it takes the wrong stat. Someone will be along in a minute, I'm sure.
This is the reason why you don't use strength, is your dump stats.
Well, what else am I supposed to dump?
Constitution?
I love it when a group
No.
all dumps
Wisdom.
strength as their stat, because putting them in the cave with the stone over the cave is just the best.
Well, that's why you
Force
play a
damage.
druid who can just turn into things to respond.
There are
point.
answers, certainly, but you'd be
Well,
surprised how often
I
I get-
was very lucky and rolled an 18, so we can have
Right,
that and get that
you
making
put it out,
it
the DC
17.
wasn't huge.
Strength and Constitution are the dump stats. We all
Not
know that.
Not Constitution's a non-stat. It shouldn't be a stat. Yes,
it was a DC 10. You rip it out. Right. I was basically fishing to see whether you failed for an under 10 or rolled a 1 and accidentally attacked Cora with it. So okay, but you've got a trident now. You're wielding a trident.
I throw it on the ground because I can't
Cora,
use it.
you're no longer grappled. You are prone. So that is Eclipse's stuff. Glory.
Well, I
Everyone-
don't have any enemies to kill. Also, Rodrigo agrees with me. So,
Constitution is not a dump stat. It's not. It shouldn't
Yes,
be. A
it
stat.
is.
Anyway,
anyways,
You have 5 relevant targets on this ship because you can see 5 hefty chains being
Yes.
pulled underwater.
Sean, thank you for the host.
yes, the chains. I can attack chains. How much damage do us inanimate objects need to get destroyed?
You'll find out.
Right. I'm trying to figure out if I need to use spell slots or cantrips will be enough.
That's a good question. It's such a good question. I need to get my my notes that tell me.
You're not meant to tell her though, surely. She wouldn't.
Oh no, to tell me.
Yes.
To tell you, that's
I thought I had them with me.
Eclipse, did you?
Oh,
did
I
you
know.
say-
The
you throw the-
perfect way to fix this.
Did you throw?
What
the
did you
whole-
say?
Did you throw the whole back at me so I've got it? Just so
yes.
I'm clear. Okay, cool. I've got it.
We're going to take a break in a sec, but I want to get Felicia's go done first.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray, so
Okay,
we'll
scorching.
find out how much damage they take each. Just
Okay.
depending on how many rays it takes to kill them.
Cool. Okay, please, you still have to roll to attack because
Obviously.
objects have an armor class. Go for it. First ray, please.
18.
You manage to hit it in a place that will successfully do damage to it. Roll for damage.
That will be 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. Good to know. It's still standing.
Okay. A 24 to hit.
Hits.
That is a 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. Yep. Good to know. The chain is starting to crack and sinter. You can hear the pinging of kind of like a ceramic sound, as a lot of the calcification and barnacles and things like that around it are now starting to slough off, and you can see that there is a heavy glowing metal underneath the stuff that hasn't oxidized due to the water. Third ray, please.
29 to hit.
Definitely hits. You focus all 3 rays on the same spot, dealing the most amount of damage possible.
9
Oh!
to 9 damage. Fire
Thank you,
damage.
Dinian. And
Thanks
and
for the
welcome to the
raid.
stream.
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
With that, the third of your scorching rays managed to melt one of the links. There's this huge tang as the first of the 5 chains pulling your ship over are detached. And I've got to do a quick set of rolls. Pass, 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 pass. Where did I get that before?
Now we know that they need at least 20 damage to get destroyed.
Well, you know that 20 damage does destroy them. Not
Yes.
at least. But you know that.
Well, how much damage did it? So 15 and then plus 9. So I did 24 damage to it, and that destroyed it.
Yes.
So we know that at least, which is good.
Right. Yes. You watch Cora and Eclipse as this focused blast of heat, these 3 twisting ribbons of fire, end up roasting and then melting one of the chains, and with a huge plank, the chain goes into the depths. You, Farewell, can see that one of the sharks suddenly lurches ahead, and once free, turns around and starts looking for a target. And with that, we're going to take a 10-minute break. See you then. Hello, everybody. I've just had a huge moment of catharsis complaining about my work, and now I'm full of the milk of human kindness. Now let's go kill our players.
That's good. Yeah.
Anyway.
So now you're not going to kill us. Oh no, maybe you are.
Oh wait, shit.
Oh.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine. So when we left off, Felicia had managed to start the rescue of the ship by melting through one of the chains. And so there's only 4 chains, only 4 sharks now trying to capsize you. The next up is the Sahuagin mutant. And
In the hole?
the one that's in the hole, yeah. And it's been a
But
while.
the hole has been closed and put in a bag
It's been
of
a
holding.
while. Yeah, it's been a while since I played with a portable hull. Once again, the sentences I'm getting to say this session are wonderful. And so
I am currently holding said portable hull,
you are indeed. Let's see what happens.
but it's folded up. I don't know if apparently.
Neither do I. So
It's sad.
are you sitting comfortably, everybody? Let's
Yeah,
learn
let's
about
see.
the portable hull. Indeed. This fine black cloth, soft as silk, is folded up to the dimensions of a handkerchief. It unfolds to a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter. You can use the action to unfold a portable hull and place it on or against a solid surface, so you can put it on a wall. Whereupon the portable hull creates an extra-dimensional hole 10 feet deep. The cylindrical space within the hole exists on a different plane of existence, so it can't be used to create open passages. Any creature inside an open portable hole can exit the hole by climbing out of it, which it didn't get the chance to. You can use an action to close a portable hole by taking hold of the edges of the cloth and folding it up. I ruled a bonus action, but after this encounter, because rule of cool I had to choose in the moment, we will default back to an action. Any creatures or objects will remain within the extra-dimensional space, no matter what's in it. The hole weighs next to nothing. So you've currently got this handkerchief in your hand, and it does contain Sahuagin. If the hole is folded up, the creature within the hole's extra-dimensional space can use an action to make a DC 10 strength check. On a successful check, the creature forces its way out and appears within 5 feet of the portable hole or the creature carrying it. And a breathing creature within a closed portable hole can survive up to 10 minutes, after which time it begins to suffocate. Okay, so it needs to make a check, but this will be its turn. Oh, go on! Even with its incredible strength, I don't think that's enough.
So basically, keep the hole closed for 10 minutes and then bye-bye.
Okay, I rolled a 4. It's a +4 strength. It doesn't manage to wrestle its way out of the hole. You can see a couple of fishy fingers coming out of the portable hole in your hand. No, bad fishy.
Nope.
Bad fishy.
Hello, Kevin. We are doing sea battle.
And that was the mutant's turn, was trying to force its fingers into this little wormhole, kind of like, let me out.
Kevin, we got a Lagiacrus, or two of them, on the battlefield under our control. So
Kate and the Plesiosaurus.
Technically Plesiosaurus, but we skinned them as Lagiacrus.
yes.
So Kate and the Plesiosaurus, my favorite band. It is your turn.
Okay, Cora's like, ew! And she just stuffs it into a bag of holding, hoping that.
Oh shit!
No! No! I don't think Kate.
She said it. She said it.
I would
No!
I would
We have told you about this. I think Kate forgot.
No. If
Nope,
You
she
can't
said
put
it.
a portable hole in a thing.
Bag of
You're
holding.
gonna kill everything in your bag of holding by putting it there.
it
Kate,
destroys
didn't
everything.
Didn't it come from the bag of holding? Where did it come
No.
from? Where would it be holding?
Well, actually, we were talking before, and I said it would take that time for you to put it in your bag of holding.
But where
okay.
have I been keeping it if I'm not allowed to keep it in the bag of holding?
That's a good point. You would have done it beforehand. No,
Because
I'll accept
literally
that.
when we were
I'll accept
raging,
that.
we were like tipping things into our
Yeah,
bags as far
I'll
as
accept
I know.
that. So I'm going to rule Kate.
I will put it back wherever I got it from. If it wasn't
That
from
you
the
didn't
bag of
have it in the
holding.
bag of holding because your bag of holding would have basically gone black hole and sucked itself into a single point of darkness and disappeared forever. So you pull the portable hole out of a non-extra dimensional bag.
Right, so it's a little
Would have been
pocket.
told this.
Yeah. I think we would. I feel like I remember this conversation. But
Okay,
like,
so you're gonna stuff it back in your pocket then.
I'm
okay.
stuffing it
Ordinarily,
back wherever I
I
got
would
it from,
jump
like
on
a
it,
pouch
but yeah.
on my bag. If I
That's fair.
thought because I'd
That's
said
fair.
I dug around in my bag of holding and pulled it out, but
Yeah,
if I
didn't catch it.
then...
Yeah, I didn't catch it, and I mentioned. I said, it takes time for you to put your hand in the bag of holding and summon
Yeah.
it.
Sure, yeah.
So I made the mistake as well. So no, I'll play
Basically,
fair.
wherever it came from, I don't want to be holding it anymore. I'm putting it away.
So you put the Sahuagin in the hole in your pocket.
I'm
Sure.
just putting my little bag of thingy in my pocket or
Okay.
You probably didn't
whatever.
see. It was me.
I don't want to
Yeah.
lose the hole or let him out again. Because if I throw it in the sea,
I don't want to let him
Here
out
I
of my
thought that,
hole.
you had it like as a bed
Oh,
for
boy.
top. He sleeps on top of the hole
It's just
inside his little
my new
coconut.
pet, yeah.
So
I
Kate,
put it away.
so yeah, stuffing it in your pocket, that's a bonus action.
Okay.
What would you like to do? After that moment of drama.
My turn.
Next.
I will I will Eldritch Blast the edge where the chain meets the big anchor hook thing, I think.
Sure. Yep. You
Do
pick
a
an
double
anchor
Eldritch
and
blast onto that.
boom, boom, do it.
Boom, boom.
Natural 20.
Yep.
14.
The 14 doesn't hit, but the natural 20 does.
The 14 was a roll of 14, but so I
Oh,
added
right.
my 11 to that.
You hit, yeah.
And so-
It's an AC of 15, so yeah, you hit.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, I can roll a 5 and still hit it. I'm okay with that.
Okay. I actually add for my Eldritch Blast. I now add that 6, don't I? So.
Yeah.
So 11 for one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one I rolled was a 3, so 6. No, and a 9 for the other damage.
Boom, boom. You land both of them in exactly the same spot. The first one, you hit this crack, and you're like, yeah, again. And you put the second telekinetic blast in the same place, and the chain severs. Only 3 sharks are now attached.
I did it. Okay.
Yep.
Good job.
I see myself
so yes,
having tried to hit
ordinarily,
the actual anchor last time. Blast.
Yep.
Just
Ordinarily, the metal is AC 19, but this is metal that's been underwater a lot, and it's been corroded, it's been eroded down. So I ruled it was AC. So that's your turn, and yeah, you can see that there are still 2 anchors. Kind of what do you call it? Calcified to your ship, but they're no longer attached to anything. The remaining 3 are. So your 2 plesiosaurs.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
The one who's right next to the counter mage is going to try and chomp down on the counter mage.
I thought she might.
Yeah.
So
Good dinosaurs.
I've just
So-
ruled that this plesiosaur's female. Yeah. Sure.
Well, good luck,
a face.
Yakuras.
However,
Yeah.
she rolled a 4. So 4 plus 6 is only a 10 to hit.
No, the Sahuagin skillfully darts out of the way, having seen what happened to the priestess.
Yep.
Do they have multiple attacks?
No.
Nope, just one.
But there is
It's a pretty good attack, but
one
it's just one.
who you said was only 30 feet from Farewell, and therefore surely only about 30
It's
feet
within
from
range.
my plesiosaur. So I think the other plesiosaur will, having just chomped down and gotten a taste for it, will head over and help and attempt to do the same.
Taste for murder.
Sure, go for it.
That is a 19 plus 6. So yeah.
That
25.
definitely hits. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Eat,
do
eat,
we roll?
eat.
Oh, that's not a
Nom,
good roll.
nom,
That's
nom,
not a
nom,
good
nom.
roll. Okay. We got.
I promise, chat, we are not murder hobos.
Maybe. That was 12 piercing damage.
Yep. So it sinks down onto a crackling, shimmering ward that seems to be on her skin, and you can see that there are cracks of. Well, you can't see, but Farewell can see that there are cracks of energy appearing on the skin of this Sahuagin as her ward is being broken down. And next up is Eclipse. Oh, no, not Eclipse, sorry. Next up is, the Sharks. So,
Sharky.
number 1.
Dog bait.
Now that it is free of its tether, just asking Nick, have you taken any damage yet?
Yes, I took the magic missile damage.
Yes, yes, you did. Okay, so so blood in the water. It doesn't go for the plesiosaurs because the plesiosaurs don't smell of blood. So the 2 giant sharks
Let's fucking have ya.
that are now free are coming at you. Okay.
Okay, AC's 19.
19. Okay, so no, and yes, one of them manages to get the hit on you. So that is awful.
What was No, I'm gonna save it.
Okay, so okay, cool. Take 30 points of piercing damage as one of the sharks slams down on you. And the other one had advantage because you are bleeding and blood frenzy. So that was a 17. No, it doesn't hit. So yeah, okay. So yeah, all the same though, nasty. These giant sharks only have 1 attack, but oh my god, what an attack! 30 points of damage as this giant maw comes down and clamps down on you, starts shaking you around.
So Farrell can rest himself. He's fine.
Yes.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Of course it is.
Oh, ouch. You can see that the remaining sharks are suffering as the ship starts to list backwards and righting itself. You're now only at 32 degrees, but then the second one pulls you back to 34. And then the final one, so you're now at 41 degrees. So yeah, you damn near diagonal now. And it does mean that all movement on the ship, if you need to move as part of your whatever it is you're doing, you need to make an acrobatics check.
Well, if I have a climb speed.
Climb speed negates. Yeah. So with your climb speed, you don't need to go for that.
Technically, what Eclipse is doing is holding on with her foot claws.
Yes.
That's the reason why, so the ship's like that, and Eclipse is just like, I don't see what the problem is.
I run across roofs for a living. Yeah, it's not a problem. Okay, but yes, Cora, you can you feel yourself kind of sliding towards the rail now. Okay, that's the sharks. Nick.
Interesting. What does one do? So I'm currently in melee with them, right?
You're in melee with 2 giant sharks.
Okay. I'm just gonna move, I think. I think I need to move.
Farewell, take a finesse point.
Oh!
As the god, the minor deity known as Dinin blesses you from afar.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So, what I do is, you watch as again all of this smoke begins to seep out of his armor and rolls into his hand as I summon Veilbreaker, and then I stab the floor at my feet and just drop into it, and I port 60 feet away and reappear out of the veil.
Oh dear.
I invoke the Easter egg then. Suddenly, the battlefield disappears.
Wait, not again! Why is it every time I use this that something terrible happens?
Did you just cut yourself
No,
again?
I just used it!
No, you didn't cut yourself. You slashed through the water, and you suddenly, in a gush of water, land onto a strange black sand. You stand up, and the battle is far, far away. The only water is the stuff that you brought with you. You're now breathing air again. and you can see above you is a starless and moonless night.
Oh, not fucking again.
Beneath you is a crystalline black sand that crunches noisily under your feet. From 4 cardinal points, kind of compass points from you, this slightly undulating black sand dunes, none of them particularly tall, none more than a few meters high, extend far away as far as the eye can see, almost infinitesimal. On the final cardinal position, not that any compass would work here, you can see there's a giant black sandstorm that goes up thousands upon thousands of feet into the air, and it's approaching.
Like rolling straight towards me.
Yeah, it's coming for you pretty fast. Probably be on you in about 2 minutes.
Oh, the battle's over by then.
I slash the air again and like focus on my friends and see if just by jumping through it I go back to where I was.
Okay. Just as you slash through the air, you turn and there is a gaunt-looking creature. And because you're from the same generation as me, do you know the gentleman from Buffy?
Yes.
Yes. Like that. So that's the closest description that I can give. Except instead of wearing a suit, it's wearing loose black robes, but it has pale skin. It turns to you and says, "It is the wrong shape."
Oh, come on!
You splash at the air, and you're gone.
Come on!
And no time has passed in the prime material plane. You are now at your chosen location. Keep going.
Keep going as normal.
Everything is fine. We're fine.
There's a sudden boom as the water just kind of hits you again, and you're suddenly under the pressure. Yeah, carry on.
I can't remember if using the veil bit is an action or not.
2 seconds.
Yep, Felicia's got it open.
Spatial rift. As a bonus action, Farewell's focuses on a point.
Yep. So that all happened within a bonus action.
Okay. Oh boy.
That is a lot to unpack, and this is not the moment.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah, he's just gonna float there and just sort of then go, "Oh, ow, that really hurts." And we'll cast Cure Wounds on himself at 2nd level.
Sure. Apply your healing.
Okay. And yeah, and that's just gonna be his turn. I just don't think he's capable of doing anything more than that. Other than using like the little bit of free talk just to sort of in the water go, "What the fuck was that? Never done that before."
I just love the fact you're doing that, multitasking with healing. As you're there invoking your god, you're also screaming, "What the fuck was that?"
Probably at her.
Yeah.
At her going, "What the fuck? God, I hate being me."
Poor Farewell.
Oh, my poor boy.
Okay. So
More
yeah,
traumatized by
that's your
the
turn.
day.
As you're going to do that, yeah. She doesn't like you at all.
Oh, where did you pop up? Did you pop away from her or closer to her?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I
Oh,
need to know.
no,
that.
away, out of range. The idea was that it's 60 feet closer to the boat.
Ah, up again.
Sure. Yeah, in that
It's
case,
like in that kind of direction.
yep, that changes what she's going to do then. I think she's going to pop another magic missile at you. going toe to toe with an entire Sahuagin squad. I think.
I have to write that down now. That's
feel it.
Might be important. Also, it's a new nightmare to
Oh, come on.
journal.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take 9 damage.
Woo!
Yeah, just because it's further away, she can't focus as much, and the magic missiles kind of buffet you around, but nowhere near as much as she was. Okay.
You've been hurt more by friendly fire from Glory. It's fine.
That was that. That's the counter mage. Eclipse.
Oh, Eclipse. Me. So the older guys are currently dead or gone.
Mm-hmm.
That are here. I assume there's not really anything I can reach on the boat, is there?
Not really. No, not unless you
Oh.
dive into the water. Yeah.
Yeah, because me attacking the chains is dumb. Though we have the water-breathing necklaces, so I can have that.
Yep. You can expend a charge. Yeah.
I thought I hid them in my bag of holding.
They
No,
are
we
in
would
your
keep.
bag.
We
No,
would keep one
we
each.
put all of them. We said we put all of them in Glory's bag because they're traced, and as
Yeah.
such, we gave them all to Glory, and she put them in her bag.
No,
I think you've got
Did do that.
3.
Yeah.
I remember you guys saying that these are staying in the bag. You do have 3 potions of water breathing.
Which
That
I
we
also
do,
think Glory
which also
has.
Glory has.
Why
Okay.
wouldn't we spread them around? Would that make more sense?
I think you guys have got to have a conversation after this battle. Yeah.
we didn't
We
have
put
that
them all
conversation,
in
and we
one,
didn't.
I
bag
would not
of-
agree to having all them all in one thing.
Unfortunately, you did not have that conversation at that time, and
Yeah.
Oh, you just
all to Glory.
agreed with us.
To be fair, the swimming at the moment, those are for like deep sea diving. You'll be fine at the moment. I mean, what's your Constitution modifier?
I think it's +2, which is 2
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Oh dear, you have 3 minutes worth of air. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about going down for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much else I can do other than cannonball.
Go for it. Belly flop. Belly
Okay.
flop.
You can see that it'd probably take you about 2 turns to get to any of the enemies at the moment, but thanks to Farewell's teleportation, I'm going to say you can get to Farewell this turn.
Well, as a bonus action, I would like to get just before I jump in, because there is no restrictions to casting spells underwater, even if you can't breathe, apparently. But I will have because I assume underwater it considers as dim light.
Yes.
Yes. So I will get my Shadow Blade out.
Absolutely, yeah. Your Shadow Blade is out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with that, yeah.
Bat, damn it.
It's definitely dim light
Underwater.
because of the vision restrictions I put in the water. Definitely dim light. So yeah, I'll definitely allow that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have conjured your Shadow Blade,
Yeah.
which is just as well because your lash knife is useless underwater.
Yes.
So you cannot
I
throw
figured.
it underwater.
I have a 20-foot range on it, so I will swim as far as I can. Do I have anything? Or I also have a 60-foot range at disadvantage, which becomes normal because it would have normal advantage.
Yes,
Is there
yeah.
anything within 60 foot when I get to Farewell?
I said that you can swim to Farewell this turn.
Yeah.
60 foot from him because he teleported away from the sharks. You can have a pop at one of those sharks.
Whee!
I
Now,
feel so sad for Eclipse because he's a fluffy cat
Yeah.
underwater.
I'm doing the little
Slowly
cat swim.
now, yeah.
Swim fast. Yep.
The cat swim. Is the plesiosaur in base-to-base combat with the thing?
No, they're both on the counter mage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
The sharks.
The 2 sharks are just next to each other, wondering where the fuck Farewell went.
Okay. So that I think it hits with a
Most things will
24.
hit. Yeah, it's gonna hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a shot.
So
It's a big pile of
Just
meat.
like to bring it to attention that Kevin thinks we should invest in German cannons for the ship. That should magic instead.
There are spell cannons in Illyria.
I know. I remember that we know a lady who makes those.
Yeah. Bloodwind Bloodaxe is the best spell cannon and witchlock pistol maker in Illyria.
So it is psychic damage with this.
Yeah.
I don't think I get sneak attack on this one, or was I
No,
considered?
there are no. You don't have advantage because of the cancel out, and you don't have any allies within 5 foot. So no.
No. That's not too bad with psychic damage. So that is 11 plus 5, which is 16.
Sure.
Damage on.
Yeah. The blade
Strike.
strikes, and you get the feedback from the spell that says that you've done damage. Yeah. Sure. That is you, Eclipse. Glory.
Well, how many chains are there left?
3.
3. Okay.
Kill them. Kill them.
Yeah, I'm thinking. How close are they together?
I'm gonna
Acid ball them.
I'm gonna say that you and Cora are probably on opposite sides. So you kind of nipped off one on the either end. So there's 3 in the middle, and I'm gonna say that they are.
Well, the sharks are 5 foot apart. So
The sharks are, but these are big chains and they've been thrown randomly. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice. Okay, so 2 of them are right next to each other, like one nearly landed on top of the other. So they are in adjacent squares, and then the third one is actually 20 foot away.
Oh, how lovely! Because the range of a fireball is 20 foot.
it's
I can
15.
No.
No, it's 15 feet. It's a 15-foot radius. So it's actually
Each
30.
creature in a 20-foot radius sphere,
Yeah. It's big.
according to my spell book.
Yeah. Okay, so
I think that might be slightly.
let's see about this. You're going to have to place it in such a way that you're not going to dry roast half the crew. And Cora, who is kind of nearby as well.
How about I shoot it down from the ship so that it targets the chains as they are going from the boat down to the water?
You know what? I'll go for that. That's common sense. It's clever use of the spell. So yeah, you just throw the fireball off the ship and you let it blow up like a couple of inches above the water. Yeah. Yeah. I will.
Can chains make a Constitution saving throw?
They can't. In short, they can't. So just roll damage.
Thank you. Now let's see here. That is 86. That is
Also,
an
it's
86.
Felicia, when it says radius, it's half. Like it's a half of a circle. So the actual thing is
It's 40 foot
that.
wide. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big spell.
No. It's not heat. It's acid.
Yeah.
Glory
So-
has a special type of fireball that is called acid ball because
Yeah.
it's acid.
When we did her background, she was allowed to convert a small number of spells from fire to acid under the condition that she accepted what I said the saving throw would be.
Yeah.
I chose Constitution.
Because you don't.
Right.
And Corinne complains about it every single time.
Yes, because all the other
I rolled
acid
that,
ones are decks.
Yep, and still, I ruled that Felicia's acid is about the body resisting the acid When
and I'm fine with it because it evens out because acid resistance is less common than fire resistance. So converting it to a con instead of a dex makes it a bit more even. Anyways, that is 29 plus 5. That is 34 points of acid damage to
ping,
those
ping, ping,
chains.
ping, ping. The ship suddenly goes from 40 woof to 0. I would like Cora and
nice sound effect.
Hey, you're just
On
fucking
the
showing
ball.
off now.
what can I say? We're a class outfit.
Can we
We've
just
got-
have a
we've got
round
all
of
the gra- we've got all
applause?
the graphics.
Round of ladies and gentlemen. Just
Thank you.
beautiful.
And as part of your reward, Cora and Glory, please make dexterity.
There we go, pinging off the other side.
Dexterity saving throws. Yeah.
I rolled my perfect number, a 2.
N.
So I get 4 in
I think you're
total.
both going wee.
Four in
You just
total.
watch
I
a
believe
halfling
that
go,
the cool kids say yeet.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have my yeet emote yet. You're not allowed.
Yes, both Cora and Glory, because you were on the part where you're right next to the.
I feel like I was almost watching, and then it's like, what?
You're like, yeah. Oh shit. Yes.
I
you get
should have
thrown
learned to
off
cast
the
fly.
opposite side.
There is.
You are now in the water, and
I
you
can't fly yet.
and you are 10 foot off the other side of the ship.
Oh, okay, not that far away. That's not as far
Well,
as I
that
thought.
is just rude.
So you were looking over the port side, and you got yeeted over to 10 foot off the starboard side of the ship.
Excellent.
She's near me now.
I'd say she's probably one movement's worth away from you. We're not going to go exact on squares, but I'm going to say she even at the half. Even at the half speed that she can swim, she's quite close to
Oh, hello.
Well, Cora actually has even
Oh, hello.
no.
Or
I
has
think
even
'cause-
less because she has a lower
But I
movement.
I'm
think
gonna be like,
half movement is rounded up, so she still has the same 15 foot as everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not counting squares here. I'm going with what it feels like. So yeah, farewell,
Wait!
and, Eclipse.
Wait, I am not getting yeeted off.
Oh,
Yes, you boots a spider climb.
I have boots of spider climb.
That makes it even better because you're there. The ship rights itself. All the sailors have an automatic pass on this because they're accustomed to being on rolling ships. So they feel the ship moving and they grab.
I have heels of spider climb. I am fine.
as Cora goes flying, she's like, what?
So yeah, all that's happened is that everybody else is fine and poor little Cora just goes.
the halfling's flying through the air and Glory's going, should have
Yes,
accessorized.
Glory's high heels of spider climb keep her attached to the ship.
Heels of
Brilliant.
spider climb.
Sorry, heels of spider.
Yes. Which makes it even more funny because if someone should fall over, it's the one in heels.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That was good fun. So the ship is free, which also means that so are all of the sharks. It's a double-edged sword. And that was Felicia. So, right.
I did my job.
In Cora's pocket.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Cora,
Well, she's at least done with farewell now.
look, it isn't your day, Cora. Let's face it. It just isn't your day. You suddenly hit the water, and you're just like, now what? And what is that your left pocket has just given birth to a mutant Hooligan who is in water.
He does not have his trident. His trident is on the deck
His
of the
trident's
ship.
fucking somewhere else. He has no idea what that is. And so it took his whole turn to do it, but you watch as with as weird extra planar bending of your trousers, it just kind of bloop, and this 8-foot Hulk, this 8-foot aquatic Machamp, basically crawls out of your pocket.
But I've been gifted a finesse point.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And that was its turn. And now it's your turn, Kate. You are underwater.
So,
how far am I from everything, like the plesiosaurs and things?
You are engaged with the brute.
I get that.
You are 15 foot away from Farewell and Eclipse, who in turn is 60 foot again. So you're 75 foot away from 2 of the sharks.
Okay.
Then the remaining sharks are around about 90 foot away, and the counter mage is about 110 foot away, being bludgeoned to death by giant fucking dinosaurs.
Fair.
And the fact that I kept all that down in my notes means I feel happy. So, yeah. What are you going to do?
I don't know if this will work, but I am right next to it, and I think what I will do is I will... it's a bonus action to do this. So I will bonus action Cloak of Flies. Do you think I can do that underwater?
Absolutely, yes you can.
I guess I just create, instead of like flying fairy things, I just create little, like swimming things.
Yep. So your cloak comes out as moss. Yeah? Moss and water lilies and...
they look so pretty, but they cause him horrendous poison damage.
Yep. You watch as little water nymphs, tucking their wings behind themselves, dart through the water with sharp little swords, and because I love Terry Pratchett and I miss him, you can see that these little brownie-like creatures with blue skin and a shock of red hair, wearing snorkels, are now swimming through the water.
Okay, we've officially hit silly hour. Buckle in.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, go for it. As these small creatures, these small fey creatures start stabbing him with poison weapons. Roll for damage.
It said a creature that starts its turn in... I don't know if it happens straight away. It says a creature that
happens
starts
in its
turn.
Yeah.
And it takes +6 poison damage.
Yep, sure. Okay, in that case, we will wait until the brute's turn.
Yeah, I think that just happens. That was my bonus action. Mm-hmm. And so... sorry, let me have a think. What should I do underwater? What would I do?
Good old Eldritch Blast. No, that's a disadvantage.
I'm gonna chill touch.
Ooh,
chill
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't use it very often. He's right there. I'll just grab him. Okay. One minute. Do I throw this? Yeah. Make a ranged spell attack. Oh man, I need my better rolling thing.
At disadvantage, please.
Oh, at disadvantage. Oh well.
Yeah,
He's engaged
because
with
you're engaged.
You just. You know what my second roll was? The first roll was a 5. No, the second roll was a natural 20. Thank you, Simon. So that's a 5.
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah. So that's 6. Oh, that's 16 though to hit.
Still hits on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's AC 16, so roll for damage.
Okay, so it's 2d8. So it's 8 necrotic. Is it necrotic damage? I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. You focus on him and start to just rip away his life pattern. And you feel this unseelie magic pour through you as you call upon the Winter Court to take away everything done. So I need to check.
Turn, right?
Oh yeah, Plesiosaurs, go for him.
See,
Are
they're
they
gonna
just
eat the magic
one
bitch.
will try and eat thingy.
Magic
Natural
bitch.
20!
Woo!
Yeah.
Yep. This time, because I've ruled that whenever she can cast shield, she does cast shield. She attempts shield, and still it hits. So she has lost a level 1 spell slot as a result of this. But her AC has gone up. But you have hit it with a natural 20.
Okay, so we got 12 points of piercing damage for the first.
This should be 66 plus 4, yeah?
No, 3d6 plus 4.
Natural 20 then.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Double the dice.
so I
Yeah,
double the
double
dice
it.
or just...
Double the amount of dice, yes.
Yeah,
It's
roll
up
the
to
dice
you.
again and
You
add
can
it.
roll twice,
Right.
or you can just double what you roll.
Right. So remember that was...
Definitely better to roll more dice.
6. So I got 8 first time, 7 the second time, and then add 4. Maths.
So 15 plus 4 is 19 points of damage.
There we go.
Ouch. You. Let me check to make sure it does do what I think it's going to do. The giant jaws of this plesiosaur bite down onto the Sahuagin body. The cracks appear in the energy skin that's it's over her skin, like a sheen over her skin, and suddenly it's almost like her skin explodes with like a shattering sensation. Her ward has completely fallen, and you've taken 1 point out of her body as the first nick the first cut goes through. Attack for the second.
Next Plesiosaur is going to have his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. That isn't so good. Yeah, that's a 9 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, it jumped out of my bowl and did a 3.
Yep. Sorry. With the especially with the shield that she's just thrown up, not happening.
I think one bites down and then kind of pulls her out of the way of the other one.
I like that
Fighting
idea.
over.
Yeah. Yep. Cannon. Yep. That happened. Sure. So those are the plesiosaurs. The sharks now untethered are going to
Flood in the water.
Neither of them have been given orders. So 2 of the sharks are going to dash. Now you're the nearest bleeding creature still, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah, because the Plesiosaurus aren't.
I mean,
Old
I'm
sharks.
bleeding as well, FYI. I'm damaged.
Yeah, but
I'm hurt.
but you are just behind Farewell. But you're in the same vicinity though. All 5 sharks. They're not going to do anything else but dash. So they do. They swim 100 foot, and they're all going for Farewell
Oh joy!
as the nearest bleeding creature.
Well, I think with the bitch being a bit busy, you can probably use your.
No,
Said to your
come on,
desert
bring it.
place.
Come on, AC 19. Come
They
on,
all
motherfucker.
Oh no,
dashed
they
to get
dashed.
there.
They dashed.
They dashed.
That's it. That's all they could do because they dashed. That's all they have time for. So all 5 sharks are now engaged with Farewell and Eclipse because you're next to each other.
Well, goody, because now I got advantage. I can stab them really hard.
Yeah.
Aight.
So that was the sharks. Back to the top, and it is now you, Nick.
And remember, you have a finesse point, Nick,
Go,
in case, which is
In
now
case
an
it all
advantage
goes
or
terribly
something
wrong.
else. Yeah, well,
Yeah. You have a sweet ass armor, a cool shield.
Very wonderful rings. So yeah.
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 Maybe we'll finish the battle today. Who knows?
Exactly.
This was
Who
meant to
knows?
be. This was meant to be a feature battle. Let's face it.
I mean, yeah.
And yeah. Shit, what do I do? You know what? Fuck it. I cast Bane on the sharks.
Fuck you, sharks.
He points his finger like a finger gun and goes, "Fuck you, sharks!"
This is for
how many of them are you
Aiden's
getting?
honor. Fuck you.
Yeah, he sort of goes, "Pew pew, fuck you, sharks!" Boo, 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 boo.
Are you doing it at a level where you do all 5?
Let me just double check what it's going to be. You can use
Because it's
target
3
one
at level
additional
1.
3 at level
Yeah,
1.
I'll
4.
cast it 3rd then, so I can get all 5.
Yep, all 5 of the sharks have Bane. Fine.
Well, it's a charisma saving throw, DC 18.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it?
Charisma for the sharks.
Shark-like charisma.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you do not know those could be stud sharks.
That is true. They
Hottest
are.
gang of sharks.
Isn't your like save DC like
They are
18 or
pure
something?
shads.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, it is a high DC, but they could all,
Yeah, yeah.
they might get
yeah,
lucky.
definitely.
Every shark has his day.
West
So,
Side Story style dancing about to take place.
I'm trying to remember one of the shark songs. All I can remember is when you're a jet, all the way from your
Yeah.
first cigarette to your last dying day. And I actually played a shark as well. I was Chino. Chico.
Or we can sing the song, the camp song that they ever like.
No, we can't.
YouTube destroyed.
No, we really can't. We really
YouTube
can't.
destroyed one
We
of my
really, really can't.
favorite camp songs.
So the first shark, once I apply the modifier, gets a total result of 0. No. However, he is the stud of the group because the next shark gets -2.
Okay, this is working well.
The
So they are
third
not
shark.
hot
Oh no,
sharks.
the third shark is the stud at a 4.
Ah.
No, the fifth shark. The fifth shark is the one you want because he got the total of 12.
Oh,
Oh.
there are some very manly and quite attractive sharks going on here.
Yep.
They all fail though, so there's a
Oh, they do.
D4 off all of their attacks.
Yep. So
And bonus actions. I will. Am I the only one that's hurt? I think I'm the only one that's hurt, other than.
But not too
Cora
bad.
is hurt and Felicia's hurt, but she's on the surface.
If you're not in that case, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Save that.
I apologize to everybody who mined my rendition of the camp
Yeah,
song.
and I'm the only one
That's
on
a-
the ship.
Apology not accepted. Right. So.
I only mimed the camp song, and
Hey,
it's
I've got
camp
Baby
song.
Shark
It
in my
is
head now,
nothing
so-
else other than a scout camp song. I will fight you on this.
Okay. Let's see what she's gonna do. Now, see that summoning spells, they get around to spell magic really well. Doesn't want to leave.
Oh, are you having problems there,
just
Simon?
yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Sam.
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
Yeah, we don't care that much.
She can try and kill the 2 plesiosaurs that are biting her.
Oh, that's exactly what she's trying to do right now.
I was gonna try and,
With their
befriend
60
them.
hit points.
Maybe
Okay,
befriend
so-
them.
Can you please make Kate 2 rolls
68 hit points.
plus 3?
Yeah, they have 68 hit points. If she does 68 hit points in 1 hit, then I'm...
I mean, I've done more than that.
No, I
Yeah,
don't think
me
you...
too.
So,
I
Yeah,
don't think
I have.
not
I
for
have.
one roll, not for
Yeah.
one creature. One.
Yeah, she has. She's
God,
crit
she has.
done that. Yeah, of course she
Yeah,
has.
she's done insane amounts.
She's done huge amounts of damage.
I think
Well,
it
for
is
one
target.
70
Yeah.
something on a crit
Yeah.
once.
Can't believe I'm doing this on summons.
You dumped everything you had into it, and it was
What
brutal.
was that?
Go on.
Oh,
I'm ready. I didn't roll very well. I rolled a 5 and a 6, so it's 8 for one and 9 for the other.
That's 2 failures.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what our girl does. Sorry, I didn't have the dice out for this because I didn't expect that she'd have to use it. What's that?
Probably Thunderwave.
13.
Do we hear a boom, Simon?
Wait.
Feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of the plesiosaurs take 24 cold damage as she manages to maneuver herself so they're both in front of her, and she reaches out and the water suddenly glistens with microcrystals of ice as she casts Cone of Cold.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that is a lot more nasty than I was thinking that she was doing.
So
You
yeah,
were
but
keeping track of hit points.
yeah, I've got the hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't do as much damage as she hoped for.
No?
Are they resistant to cold damage?
No, that it's just she
Nope.
she rolled 8d8 and it was
and only did 20. Oh
24.
no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Rub it in more.
No.
That is tragic.
She's used to counter spells. She doesn't really understand what's the other spells very much.
Oh yeah, she's not a fighter. She's there to
very much.
nerf magic. Yeah. And yeah,
We said fuck that and sent down some
yeah, I mean,
dinosaurs.
you sent 2 frontliners at her, and she's just like, "This is not what I'm here for." However, she is going to. Oh god, the thing is, no, she's going to tough it out. She's going to tough it out with the plesiosaurs because she knows that the sharks are over killing the ones that she wants them killed. I was going to say, is she going to use her shark telepathy to call the sharks to kill the plesiosaurs? And I'm like, nope, she's going to tough it out. Yeah, that's what she's going to do. Yeah, as far as she's concerned, she's keeping the plesiosaurs back away from the sharks, so she's happy with this trade-off. And,
Need you in the water now, Glory.
I mean, she did consider doing getting as far forward as she could and doing dispel magic, but then she saw that the 2 plesiosaurs would have done opportunity attacks, and she's like, can't get in range.
Nope.
Okay, sure. Eclipse, you're surrounded by sharks.
Stab shark.
Stab
With
shark.
advantage. Stab the shark. Do, 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 do.
Lose 20 hit points.
You know what? I completely support that decision.
Again,
It's the best.
that song is a camp song.
I still don't give a shit. I hate that song.
Yeah. And you take 20 points of psychic damage like
Yep,
the goddamn
definitely
PM
psychic.
said.
Definitely psychic. Yeah.
I
And
rolled
you
a natural
suffer.
18, so I hit.
You suffer for your crimes.
Bear in mind, my youngest grew up in the Pink Fong era. I heard that fucking song a lot.
Oh,
That's right up there with Let It Go.
Yeah. Okay. Trust me.
no. I see you in
Working
the top.
in kindergarten during the frozen phase.
Moana
Oh,
was the
God.
best thing that ever happened.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Psychic damage, not as a hot overall this time, sadly.
So much frozen.
Thankfully, I used to dance around like an idiot singing Shiny to get my daughter to sing something other than
Let it go.
Let It Go, yeah. And
Yeah.
also, it had the whole kind of David Bowie tip of the hat because, you know, he'd only recently died. And I was just like, so cool when it suddenly goes all acid and that's like, oh.
Brain, maths, can't. 20. 27 plus 5. 30. 2. 32 points of psychic damage
Yeah, sure.
to Shark. The one that looks the most hurt.
Yeah. So one of the sharks you hit, and there's a kind of a crackle of eldritch energy, but it's psychic damage. You can't see it shark brain hemorrhaging. I got some really good sentences today. Yeah, and Kate, that's some really good emote work there. I like the shark sorcerer was that's a piece of art right there. Yeah.
And I will disengage as a bonus action.
Sure, you disengage with all the sharks. Yes. Okay.
And swim a bit further away.
Yeah.
My cat swimming.
Just this little cat swimming away.
I think we had a gift like a few weeks ago that really.
Oh god, the cat swimming. Yeah. Right. So, Glory, you're still on the ship thanks to your heels of spider climb. Anchoring you to the deck. All you can see around you now is the crew fighting the Sahuagin and winning. The situation is in control on the ship.
Well,
It's one of the bits about the encounter I like is that having to force people into the conscious decision of jumping off the ship.
nah. I'm gonna go to that side of the ship.
Glory would
Look
never
down.
ruin her outfit
Can I
that way.
see the sharks in the water?
No. You
have to
can't
go
see
in.
beyond 5 foot below the surface of the water.
You have
She
to
doesn't
go in.
technically, with her boots of spider climb, she could walk down the side of the hull.
And just be, and be
Stick her
just
head
sort
in.
of dip her face
upside
into
down,
the
yeah.
water, and then just sort of go, bloop, and
I
then
have a familiar that's intangible in water.
Yes, you have.
yes.
Right, you
He
can't
can
see
just-
through its eyes, I don't think. Okay.
It's a familiar, of course you can.
It's familiar. Yeah. She can just switch.
And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send him down and point out my target for me.
The hunt is on, mistress. And the shadow worm, even though it's slimy in its movement, but it's obviously it is just made out of shadow. Uncoils in a really disturbing way from your neck, and then just kind of falls and flops into the water. You start seeing through its eyes. It has impeccable dark vision. So now you can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that you're under the water.
How lovely. How close are the sharks to my friends?
They are if you're referring to Farewell, they are all engaged with him. So effectively square to square.
Okay. And the other two?
Cora is about 15 foot away at the moment, with a Sahuagin brute bearing down on her. And let's see, 15 foot away from Farewell as well is a rapidly swimming Eclipse.
Okay, so not an acid ball this time. We can work with that. Well then, how about Freyner's Fang, since that is only a 10 feet radius effect, so it shouldn't hit them?
Yep, and it's magically propelled. I had to do a whole kind of, how much do I want to do ballistics through water? And if it's magical...
Which it is.
It pretty much just is magically propelled, so...
I found the gif of Eclipse.
Well done.
Oh, lovely. Now, let's see here. How much does it? It's 1 sorcery point per level to twin a spell.
That's
so, depending on, do I want to do a normal or... Nah, a normal one is only like...
I'm going to say if you hit 2 of the sharks, the AoE will hit 2 other sharks.
Well, yes, that's the point.
So they'll overlap.
I'm just thinking about how many sorcery points am I willing to spend on this.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Let's throw a second level one. That's a little bit extra acid. Just in case.
Go on.
Okay, and you're twinning, so 2 level 2 Freyner's Fangs are being thrown.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Now you're using. You can't cast through your familiar other than a touch spell. So what's happening is that you're using him to find out where they are, and then you're running to the edge of the ship that where it's going, and you're going right. It's that direction, and you're throwing down that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow for that. You know, this is what familiars are for. Go for it.
Well, I'm gonna assume that a 27 and a 26 hits.
No. Yes, they do. Yes, of course they do.
So, first of all, the two that get hit take a D10 piercing damage.
Sure. Okay, so that will be Shark 4 and Shark 2. Yeah.
Okay, one
are
shark
so
takes
wet.
7 piercing damage and the other takes 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
I know,
now
but stay still.
Now they do their constitution saving throw.
con saves, which for the sharks are quite good. They get a +5.
His trouble
What's their
demonstrating
DC?
what a wet cat is like.
He has come in as it's raining and doesn't like having his paws cleaned, but I have to make sure they're clean so that he doesn't get his the sofa dirty.
What's your DC, Felicia?
Pina
18.
cat.
So 17, that's a no. That's a yes. That's a yes. That's a no. So you've got no, yes, yes, no, no.
Okay. That's decent. 12. 12 plus 5. So.
17.
17 damage.
So 17 and 8. Okay.
Yes.
So, let's see. So 17. That one has to do twice. That's a yes and a no. So we said it was 17 and 8. So that one is 17. That one is 8. That one is a 17 and an 8, which is 25. And then that one is a 17. And then that one is 17. So for you guys, you watch as two magically propelled not shark teeth, two magically propelled giant teeth-shaped or dagger teeth-shaped projectiles course through the water, stick into two of the sharks, and then explode in what you know to be an acid, which is now, because it's liquid going through liquid, it's this the acid kind of just goes around, and you can see the sharks thrashing and writhing. Well done, Felicia. That was pretty good. And we get
why would the glass cannon go down into the water when I don't have to?
that's an intelligent use of a familiar.
I mean, she messed up her
so-
hair, if nothing else. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Exactly.
Standards, darling, standards. So you have been hurt, Cora, and the Sahuagin is aware of this. So blood rage, blood frenzy.
Before
Uh,
the start of his turn, he takes
yes.
damage from the thingy. So Cloak of Flies. It says +6 poison damage. What does that kind of mean? Is it just 6 poison damage, or what, is it added to something?
Let me have a look. I've got it here. I've got the thing here. Warlocks. What happens with warlocks?
Because the spell on D&D Beyond just talks really about taking Eldritch Invocations, which is what it is, but it's not really telling me much about the actual.
Oh, it's not in this one, isn't it? It's in a different one.
It's
Cloak
an
of Flies.
invocation, so it's like a use it once kind of thing. When you gain
Maybe it's +6 to all your damage. They should have it all the time.
I mean,
Could
while
be.
it's
I mean, if it's an invocation, they tend to be.
All
They
the
tend
time.
to circumvent. They tend to support your limited spell slot. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's something you could do.
yeah, it says
Um,
if it starts its turn.
Okay, so here we go. This aura grants you advantage on charisma and intimidation checks, but disadvantage on all others. Any creature that starts its turn in the aura takes poison damage equal to your charisma modifier. That's why it's plus 6. Is that you have 22 charisma.
Yep.
And that equates to plus 6. So instead of taking the plus away, they put plus 6. He takes 6 poison damage at the beginning of his turn.
Okay, there you go. So takes that first.
All right. So so he gets stabbed by many creatures. So his first attack, which is a bite, he gets a natural 20 on you. So
You cancel that, farewell.
Is it within range?
Yes, within 15 foot of you, actually.
Then yes, I will cancel it.
Okay, in that case, I shall re-roll that. That's 9 points of bitey damage. And then he hasn't got his trident anymore. He can summon his trident, but he's only got one, and he didn't pack it away. So he's going to go with his claws instead. That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And 11 points of slashing damage as his claws start to rake into you. And then a 23 to hit for 8 points of slashing.
Okay. Okay. Cora's looking a little bit hurt at this point.
A wee bit peaky there.
Quite a lot of blood in the water at this point.
You can teleport to the boat if you like.
That's true. Does he get an attack of opportunity? I suppose he doesn't with the Misty Step.
No.
Teleportation, you have to actually physically be moving away. But if you teleport,
I think this is a good idea.
instantaneous.
Well, I mean, she can't get healed from farewell at this point, but I think she's gonna Misty Step. No, wait, it's not gonna. Oh no.
It's not a spell slot.
It's
it just
not the
happens.
Yeah, because I've got a thing here. Misty Escape. It's Misty Escape. It's once per short rest.
That's it.
When you take damage, you can use your reaction to turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Now, can I do it just above the ship and then kind of fall onto the deck? Oh, that might kill me. We'll see, but I might do that. Because I can't see the ship, but I know where the ship is. Like, I can kind of see, because I'm in to the surface of the water, right? I'm not even...
Everything above the water when you're in the water is a rippling kaleidoscope as the water turns above you.
Swim down.
But you can see enough to see that to see roughly where the ship is. So I'm going to say you can see it. You can't see it clearly, but you can see it. So it does qualify. And you can bounce
I'm gonna
a 5 foot above the.
Only as close to the deck as possible.
Yeah, about 5 foot, so you don't get full damage. Yeah.
I can't take full damage at this point.
Yeah. You unceremoniously dump yourself onto the deck.
Yeah.
But no damage other than pride.
Yeah. Well, I am, and then just lots of blood.
And also, you're invisible, so no one sees you being dumped on that.
Well, I turn invisible.
Yeah, Misty Escape turns you invisible.
Yeah, but do I stay invisible?
Until
you remain invisible until the start of your next turn, or until an attack or cast a spell. Okay, I'm invisible.
Yep. And now
there's a lot of blood in the pool. I think people might understand something's going on.
And now it's the start of your turn, so you're not invisible anymore.
Okay,
so,
there you go.
Yeah. What are you going to do, Cora?
I wave at Glory slightly. So there's no dangerous things on this ship, but there's definitely dangerous things.
There are, but they're in the background. They're part of the background graphics.
Okay.
And there's not many of them left now. The crew are now outnumbering the Sahuagin and dogpiling.
I think
They'd be dying quick.
I think we haven't used them for a long time, and I must have at least one. I'm going to dig out a healing potion, and I am going to use it.
You have a brace of 3, so please knock one off.
Yeah.
And glug glug.
Glug.
Why would you like that? We can just wait until the battle's over and then Farewell can heal us.
I would like to do it. So, I just think
it's nice
she
to
would.
be wanted, isn't it?
she would. RP-wise, yes, their background, but there's a lot of danger still around. I think Cora would be like, I need to be up, and my friend is downstairs down in the water being surrounded by sharks. I need to be able to get up. So, yeah, I will
fair enough.
healing potion myself.
Can Cora even get Fireball?
So, any bonus action for you?
I think Warlocks get Fireball, no.
Yeah. That would have been something, though.
I don't have.
Infernal
Bonus.
Warlocks, I think, get Fireball.
My bonus actions are own. I've got Hex, Misty Step, Cloak of Flights. I've already used two weapons.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
looking through the Warlock spell list. Don't
don't
mind
have-
me.
I don't have anything. So no, I'm just
Okay.
gonna just stand myself back up and like
Sure, you stand
and
up.
maybe head to the side of the ship and look over so I can see what I can see.
Okay, you can only see 5 foot down into the water,
Yeah.
which means you can't see much.
No, but I'm looking for my friends and I'm looking for everything. So
Sure.
That's what I
Plesiosaurs.
one of them will try and chomp down on this ladies.
The lady.
Now, do I count these dice as my dice if I roll a natural one?
No.
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 That
These are
was
the
a natural
Plesiosaurs
one
dice.
for the plastic.
So that she automatically loses another level 1 spell slot because she would have shielded either way, and it's part of the behavior notes for this one. So yeah, she blows level 1 spell slot, but it doesn't bite. What's the second Plesiosaur?
No.
I mean, like, Cora is worried about Farewell and everyone, surrounded by like 5 freaking sharks, but in a way the danger still feels like it's the humanoid who is potentially
Yeah, getting her
controlling
dead is.
these things. So
Yeah.
I think we will chomp down again. Oh my god. That one rolled a 3.
Oh wow, you're not rolling well at all.
Yep.
No.
Kill those dice.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're
And
starting
now-
to just argue with each other. They're like, why are we here? We haven't bitten this.
And now the sharks.
Yeah.
So
This is gonna suck.
advantage because of blood frenzy, and let's go. So 21 to hit Farewell.
Shield.
Ha!
Okay. Sure. 28 to hit Farewell.
Hits.
Take 24 points of piercing damage.
Oh fuck! I'm on 5 hit points.
Oh dear.
27 to hit Farewell.
Oh, that hits. I'm out.
That is a total of 29.
Farewell, you had a vial fairy up thingy so that if you
Well,
drop
hold
to
on.
0, you
I was about to
stabilize.
say I was gonna just double check
Yeah.
What your
my
finesse can do as
equipment.
well.
Parapet of wound closure while you are the parent. You stabilize whenever you are dying. So yeah, I've hit 0. So
I think there was only 2 sharks that were actually at our location. The other sharks are currently.
No, because I hit them.
All 5 of them were around Farewell. It happened.
No,
Oh, I'm gonna die.
no, because I'm pretty
that's
sure
still
that
fun.
only 2 of them have moved because the others weren't freed.
Doesn't
until
matter.
just.
Whatever the DM says.
It was said.
is what
It
happened.
was said when Felicia took her
All
turn
of
that
them, yeah.
all 5 sharks were around Farewell in base-to-base contacts. They all double dashed to him, and she hit 2 of them, and then it went boom around them all. And I ruled that
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Frame Your Fangs weren't going to hit Nick, but they were all in base-to-base contact with him. So this is what happens. And I'm kind of overjoyed.
I'm not.
No!
I
I'm
didn't know
not
you were as low
overjoyed at
as
all,
that.
Simon. This
I did
is
not
not
know you
good.
were this low.
First thing that happens, Shark 4 chomps down on Farewell. 2 death saving throws fail.
Yep.
I mean,
I would have
Shark
stabilized to 0.
5
Yeah, it's 2.
chomps down on Farewell.
I'm dead.
2 death
roll.
saving throws
He
fail.
still needs to roll. What did it
No.
roll, Simon? Yeah, it still rolls. It doesn't automatically
Do they
hit.
lose
They still have to roll.
2 each time?
Hmm?
I thought, I
Yeah,
thought it was
if
it was
he
a natural
hits
20.
me, if he hits me,
Yeah,
when I'm at 0, it's an auto crit.
yeah, but he still
Yeah.
needs to hit. It still needs to roll.
I know, I
And-
just rolled it.
Okay.
And at that point,
oh god.
Farewell
Is it-
Barebones, his entire
Divine
body,
intervention? Question mark.
Farewell
Doesn't work
Barebones,
unless I
Sure.
use it.
his entire body goes, and in a huge blaze of blue light, disappears.
I see a blue flash.
So,
and that's
Minion.
it. Oh my god.
Minion,
Oh my gosh.
how much do you think that Nick loves you right now? It's a big question.
You need to look at Liftster.
Pass death saving throw. I don't know.
Death saving throw.
Don't think that will help, though, will it?
That's if he rolls it.
I didn't need to roll them because the pair.
Yeah, that's if he rolls it. So, well then. So, Minion, I know you're in there. Nick loves you. Let's face it, he loves you right now.
What have you done?
I don't know. I'm feeling an awful lot of very confused emotions right now, as he's dead.
You open your eyes and find yourself in a strange kind of bubble. You push at the edges of the bubble, and as you do so, the touch makes the bubble burst. You're underwater still, but you're nowhere near where you were before. And suddenly, walking up to you is a water genasi. Sorry, not walking. Swimming up to you is a water genasi. Strange. I knew I had messed the spell up, but I don't recognize you. You're not one of the League. Name yourself.
I'm Farewell Barebones. I shouldn't be here.
He grabs you by the neck and kind of looks at you in the mouth. Goes, yes, one of us. Certainly. I got the life pattern wrong. Where did you come from?
Oh, shall we go with what, plane or city?
What?
We're not in, we're not in Alaria anymore.
He pushes you away and says, where do you think you are, child?
Certainly not somebody that stares into another person's mouth. I mean, that's just weird.
He swims back and gestures to a pedestal, and a book comes floating over. He starts flicking through the pages and goes, no.
Waterproof book.
I mean, you could at least introduce yourself and not swim away.
You're beneath me, child. How did I get your tissue sample?
Well, yes, I would like to know that as well. I mean, if this is where we end up when we die, I am going to be really upset because this was not what I was promised.
Wasted! Wasted! He throws the book and it starts to float over to the side. And I'd like you to make an Arcana check for the glyphs that are currently below you on the sea
Really good
floor.
at Arcana. Where's a glory when you need her? It's only a 10. I'm like,
You're like, fuck. There's some glyphs on the floor. You know that one of them is like a healing glyph, but that's about it.
Should we start this conversation again? I tell you what, I'm Farewell. You're
Demitus.
Demitus.
Demitus of the Pearl Spire. At which point you go, oh fuck, I'm in the plane of elemental water.
I figured.
Oh god, fucking.
And by the way, the loot bomb that Minion gave to you, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago? You rolled a fucking scroll of clone, you lucky bastard.
Oh my god!
I would have killed your character. I would have killed him. over in the subscription thing, because we already got to the point where you died. If I'd seen, and we will give you your points back, Lithster. But we got to the point where I said, "Yep, you got it," and nothing came up for it. You nearly had what's his name? The Tiefling Critical Role season
Molly.
2. Molly. You nearly had a Molly death there. You nearly had the Molly death. Anyone
we are
else?
at a level where we can quickly go back and get him revived, but yes.
But
Not
yeah,
while we're on fucking sea.
Anybody else?
We have only 3 days out. We're fine. We can go back to the city and be like, hey, we got
Sure,
money.
Yes, you could have done the thing, but anybody else would have been dead from that.
Yeah.
And your body suddenly going with the scroll going. Minion rolled you a scroll of clone, and the clone was that Demetus of the Pearl Spire fucked up his clone spell and cloned you instead of one of his soldiers.
Oh god, does that mean that there's still a farewell corpse floating in the water in front of all of them?
No, as part of this spell, the previous body got destroyed.
Wait, I look down. Am I nude?
Oh yeah, you're fucking buck naked. Currently, your possessions are currently sinking in the sea.
Okay, we have to pick them up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you're just standing there and all you see is all of Farewell's kits just floating.
Yeah,
No
I said that your body
Uh,
went like that. I didn't say your possessions, just your body.
Yes, we have to get your
How
money.
much is Cora panicking?
Well, Cora hasn't seen
As
it.
far as
She's
you're all
saw
concerned,
it
he's
in the
dead.
boat.
flash
Yeah.
that she's never seen before. So she's
Oh, yeah,
like,
well,
She's just on the boat.
Yeah, she's on the boat. She can't see. She didn't see what happened. All she saw
I
was
saw
a
a
big
blue
flare
flash.
of light.
yeah.
Oh god, that
Eclipse
means
is
only Eclipse
panicking.
is seeing it.
Eclipse is panicking a lot.
Yeah, because you guys got. Because now the place to be is out of the water.
Yes.
Yeah, because those sharks now they're untethered. are
Luckily,
coming
I
for
have
you.
a climb speed, and I'm only 15 feet away from
Yeah,
the boat
I mean,
anyway.
yeah.
so
You
Or
might
I'm
have to
actually
deal
quite
with.
close to the boat because I disengaged and went.
And you swam up. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I summon the knife.
The knife comes to your hand. No problem.
Oh, not that lucky, could I?
Oh, it's been a day for you, Farewell. It's been a day. Right at that point of absolute joy.
Fuck, how
Yes,
am I going to get back?
you're so far away.
I don't have
So
plane
far
shift.
away.
I think we have to give her an eye call. I'm like, help!
But we
Possibly
don't
fucked
know
up.
We have
where
no
he
idea
is.
what's happened. We have
Yeah.
absolutely no idea. He just vanished. He's dead and vanished as
Okay.
far as we're concerned, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys have no
if
idea that
there's
he's still alive.
nobody, he's not dead. But
Right. So right.
Debatable, considering the glory doesn't always leave bodies.
yes, but
sure.
Eclipse saw the whole exchange happen. She knows that sharks normally don't like make people go up into a flash.
Yeah, but sharks are usually
Well,
not
this is a
accompanied by people counterspelling me.
This is a debate when you guys get yourself to safety next session. So,
This is going to be one hell of a
With
fucking while, right?
Cora and Glory stood on the deck of the ship, wondering what that big flash of light was, and with Eclipse wondering what happened to
yes.
her water
Farewell,
genasi because of the huge flash of arcane energy that just came from his body. That now means that his clothes and his possessions are sinking to the seabed. And
Well, it's still suspended at the moment. 'cause
Farewell,
of the
and Farewell, butt naked, holding a large obsidian knife in a water genasi's water study in the plane of elemental water. We are going to leave our characters there.
Yep.
So it is
Yeah.
11. No, God, it's past
Just
11 o'clock.
one
It is 20
question.
past.
Can we just say that the sea elf and the other lady the Triton pick up Farewell stuff with the help of
They're
Eclipse?
capable of going down again
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Just so we wrap that in and we have his stuff.
Yeah.
we are stopping our game here. A big thank you to Kate, Felicia, Nick, and Corinne for their story today, and for you all watching at home. You have some extra content tomorrow. So starting noon, God help us, noon tomorrow UK time. That's BST.
Pretty damn early for the US, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's going to be, for the US, it's going to be early for you guys. We are going to be starting a 12-hour RPG marathon in support of Espovos, the charity that is going to be rebuilding lives in El Salvador after the tropical storm Amanda has hit, but many people homeless and also losing their businesses and their livelihoods. So please join us at some point tomorrow between 12 noon and 12 midnight. That's UK time. And please donate what you can. We will be having the first 3 hours as Numenera, the next as Honey Heist, the next after that, Blades in the Dark, and the final 3 hours, probably a very scatty me, doing a pirate jailbreak. So please join us then. If you enjoyed our particular brand of chaos, please check out the Discord link below or follow us for our other broadcasts. Our next broadcast, normally I say, is Tuesday, which is our Star Wars game, but it isn't. It's tomorrow. So hopefully see you then. And I think the nice thing to round this off would be a raid. Yeah. Does anybody in chat have a suitable raid, or do our players know if anybody you'd like to raid right now?
Let me get out of mod view and I can check.
Table Story are doing their facade show.
All I'll say, Life, is...
I mean, if we're gonna go with it, like, if we're not gonna do
it, Travel a poor
stream,
heart attack. Oh my god!
I know.
Holy fuck.
Nick, can you write on your character sheet? We'll do it this way around. Can you write on your character sheet that Lithster has given you a past death saving throw?
Okie dokie. I
One
will say that I have. I will add that into my notes section, and I will make sure that there is a bonus death save.
Let's see. There's a charity TTRPG marathon in the tabletop.
Really? Okay. Well, that's interesting.
What I will say is, Lith, you get to go under the official allies section on my character sheet.
Yeah.
Aww.
You got encounter roleplay, you got table story. Depends what we're looking at rating.
Yeah. So I would say it's a toss up between those two and the charity one.
Let's throw it into the charity.
Fishing channel. I like the idea of that, Zir.
Thank you. Was that a follow that I just heard?
I've got some really cool abilities that I can use thanks to that probably now horrendously broken knife. So I'm sure Simon will let me throw certain things around as and when needed.
Oh yeah, yeah. I quite like the idea of, seeing as we're doing a charity stream tomorrow, let's hit the charity stream. So that's Stella Luna.
Yep.
STELLALUNA.
Are you grabbing that? Are you doing this?
Do you want
to?
I don't mind doing it. I just don't know where. I don't see it. So somebody.
It was at the top of tabletop RPGs.
Oh, that's okay. I'll do it.
Right. So not D&D, but tabletop RPGs.
Yeah.
This is your /rate Stella Luna.
Simon.
So Stella
do
Luna.
it relatively easily.
Yeah.
It's easier to copy
we're losing
then
people.
Then you won't rate the wrong people.
That's what usually happens when we fast.
Okay, let's.
Well, I'm gonna.
Let's do it.
I'm going to the. Are we doing it now?
Yeah, let's go. Bye, guys.
Okay, I'm going to the end screen. So thank you so much for all the follows and things. We'll see you later. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Go.